city or whatever, kind of lets them do their thing with jumps in when needed. But yeah, it looks like we're live, so we're ready to go. Pistol round. And yeah, CarboN on the CT side and Bravado on the T side. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah, fingers cracked, necks cracked, everything's ready to go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First game here on Cobble, Bravado versus CarboN. The last these two teams met was at Gamers Fest. That was in April sometime, 1st of April. Right now, we're just having a quick look to see a little bit of an aggressive play coming out here from the likes of JT. Very much pushing out of that long A side now. And Bravado, of course, just kind of Detrini and Sonic just waiting it back.
I don't think he got the information though, because you see them falling back but not really taking any sort of fight. So neither team actually getting much information despite being in quite close proximity there. But the bomb actually sitting towards B side and all 5 players from Bravado getting ready to go.
Now, they need to be careful though, because Flexi, Macmo and Hackham all waiting in that B bomb site right now for the defense.
Looks like we're going to see a flood down drop, and here it comes.
Yep, here we go. Detrini first one out with that Glock, and there we go. Let's see if he can get himself a quick frag. No, looks like CarboN smacking 2 quick frags here, and finally we see a bit of a response from Sonic here with the Glock. Nicely played though, and JT obviously coming in from the A-bomb side now, moving in towards the drop side area. We've only got Sonic and Detrini left.
The headshot actually coming in, and Fady going down.
Sonic picking up the 3K. He's going to try and push around for the 4K. He's not. Oh, no, there we go. A little bit of a... Ooh, double TK coming out here, actually. Wow.
What on earth?
That was interesting. A little 1-on-1 right now. And JT has got the range advantage now. Bomb will go, maybe. No. Just juking him a little bit now. Let's see if we can get that bomb down quickly here for the Bravado side. He does, and gets away just behind the fountain side. And JT now just kind of sneaking him out. Sonic low on the HP. Just one little quick shot. He's just missing him every single time.
Game of cat and mouse right now, and let's see who wins it. It's JC who wins it with a crisp headshot coming in and putting Sonic down. But what was up with that team kill? Do you think it was just a crazy reaction in the heat of the moment, or it must have been?
A double team kill, not so cool, to be honest, for both teams.
Very odd.
Yeah, that was super odd. But good start here, of course, for the CarboN team, you know, managing to get that first round here. Bravado obviously getting the bomb down, so that'll benefit them as well. But having a quick look at the scores here. Sonic only picking up the 2K. Sorry, I thought he picked up 3, but Flexi as well, adding 2 to his tally right now. And let's just have a look at the overview, see where Bravado are aiming for. It looks like they're going to move that bomb in towards the B side.
Would it minus 2 kills for the team kills, I'm guessing, or...
Oh, true, yes, yeah. He did actually get the 3K, that's correct. But they've got a full stack of rifles here. Interesting buy for the second round.
Makes sense on this map though, because it is generally long distance angles except for that drop area. So, you know, only the single SMG on Makmo at the moment, and obviously him looking to farm to actually be able to afford that AWP. Joe, very slow play coming from Bravado, not really playing for any information or making any noise anyway, just stacking up, moving together towards this long area and potentially moving to the slaughter, or will they be the slaughterers?
Now we got Flexi with the M4, picks up 1. He's going to try and see if he can get himself a few more. Makmo quite close here with the MP7, managing to get himself the quick frag as well. Make that 2. And he's got the support from Fady as well, so no real breach here from Bravado. Sonic left though with a B250, but I don't think he's going to... Maybe he'll pick up 1. Nope, not going to be the case here. Easy round here. JT though going down, and the pause should be coming in shortly.
Good play there from Makmo with the MP7, doing exactly what it's for, you know, just running and not really worried whether he's going to die or not, just farming that money, and actually farming the money really well for his side with the 3K at the end.
Now that little 3K is going to help him out a lot, because he's obviously picked up the AWP already. We see Bravado now with a bit of a surprise buy coming in here. Elusive dropping there. As we did notice, he was lagging out a little bit. That is the unfortunate thing with some of the internet connections some of the players have. This just doesn't seem to...
It's better than old Deviant, on the 3G. So.
Jeez, that guy.
The legacy problem of Deviant being in Bravado means you're going to have a lot of pauses. It's just going to happen, unfortunately. Nothing against you, buddy, but it happened a lot. And, you know, I think with internet connectivity over the years, it's gotten a lot better in South Africa. Definitely a lot better. And, you know, thanks to Telkom. Sponsor plug there, guys. it has definitely improved the situation, but we still got a long way to go. And we need to get to the point where we don't have so many issues. Of course, I mean, when you watch international games, you see players drop as well. So that does prove that internet in Europe isn't as stable as the utopian vision we maybe have about it. But still, it would be great to not have so many issues there.
Well, look, I mean, coming from the telecommunications industry myself, I can definitely say there's a lot of like a buzz happening around fiber to the home and fiber deployments in South Africa at the moment. So it's definitely on the uprise. I think a lot of ADSL lines, even that being said, has improved themselves across different different provinces, etc. There hasn't been that much of an issue of late, but still, it's good to see. Obviously, the guys we're able to actually stream to you guys now. And I believe
science fiction 5 years ago in South Africa, I think, yeah.
It was, correct. But that's also another thing. A lot of streamers are starting to pop up now, and that's a good thing. People are starting to kind of release more content. There's more content freely available. A lot of more games are being covered as what it was, let's say 3, 4, 5 years ago. And it's obviously going forward. And I think we hope for the next 2 years that pretty much every single person will be sitting there with nice fiber to the home. I think it's a very short time span, but I believe it's possible.
That's doable. The rollout's been really quick, but yeah, if we come back to the game at hand, CarboN actually able to keep all 5 players alive that last round, so actually able to get a little bit of money in the bank. The problem, of course, on CT side and CS:GO is that you need to actually survive probably a good 2-3 rounds before you actually build up good banks. I mean, even with 2,200 in the bank, having kept the players alive because they invested in rifles so early, if they lose this gun round coming out of Bravado, they'll actually be reset and they won't be able to buy. So we see the unpause coming in now with Elusive is back. But it'll probably be a full AK buy on the side of Bravado. Limited utility, of course, whereas on the side of CarboN, they got all the nades, everything they could possibly want, except maybe dinner. Unless you want to eat a nade, I guess. But that's the idea with throwing nades at Bravado, I guess.
Oh, we're just having a quick look here. It looks like Elusive's ping has dropped quite a bit. Hopefully he'll remain stable for now. But we are live in round 3 here and 2-0 up here for the CarboN team. And we'll see the buyout round now coming in from Bravado. Obviously a little bit of a surprise buy. So they're going to probably focus at B side once again. And what we quickly picking up here is the likes of JT playing with the MP7 now on that drop. And then, of course, 3 of them sitting in that B bomb site. So quite a good stack for CarboN here if it works out in their favor.
Yeah, MP7 is a good weapon close up. It's good armor penetration value, so it's really not a problem for an area like drop. Anywhere else, it's going to be a bit of a liability, especially in like a retake or something like that. But I think obviously CarboN very aware of the buy coming in from Bravado with all the spamming going on, so they're going to be a bit wary of those headshots with the AKs and probably not do anything too rash. But again, both teams playing very passively, not really pushing anywhere for information. All 5 players from Bravado stacked up towards drop and long, so it looks like they're planning to execute B.
Here we go. A little bit of a drop flash coming in here. Detrony will get the first frag. Macmo also with the exchange. And he's not aware of Fady that was hiding around in that area. Comes in from behind. Will pick up the AK-47 for himself. Macmo under pressure here. Goals getting himself a frag as well. But, another TK. Gee. And now he's captain solo and will go down to the hands of Goals there. And Sonic will clean him up. 2-1. Well, that TK definitely not helping out CarboN there in the slightest, really.
Yeah, that's got to hurt. I mean, it really hurts the economy losing that AWP so early. I mean, Macburn on 1650 and the economy on CarboN not looking so good. They're probably going to look to save this round, maybe even... I don't know if there'll be a double save, but definitely Macbur's money is not going to be great for a while because of that TK. And is it maybe just because of a failing in communication from on the side of both teams? The guys aren't really saying where they're going or watching their radars. It's just a little bit bizarre at this level.
I think they're a little jittery right now playing up against Bravado because they know that Bravado's out for seeking blood right now, and they've probably scrimmed a good couple of times. But still, I mean, it's Masters, and anything can really happen. And at the moment, it's not really helping out the CarboN team that much with that TK specifically. So I would definitely put it on the jitter side. We see Elusive coming around the corner here. Bit of a stack coming out here from CarboN as well on the A bomb side area. Long side push now here from Bravado. Goals going in, getting himself the quick frag. So that should open it up and not really helping out the guys of CarboN that much because now we've got Flady and Flexi left with the CZs. And finally there is a bit of an exchange. Black Poison though picking up the AWP, so he might just be the new committed AWPer. Gets the little nade shot there as well. Bomb will go down and Bravado squared up to a piece.
Yeah, well played by Bravado. Actually not walking into the track that was in middle there, set for them by CarboN, but looks like we're going to see a bit of a buy coming in from CarboN. Actually not. Okay, so it's just the Scout on Flexi. They're going to upgrade some pistols, Scout on Macmore, and armor only on Hackham at the moment. So yeah, it's a bit of a quasi-buy, looking to equalize the money and actually save properly, but hopefully do some damage, because they only got 1 kill in the last round.
Oh, well, look, this quasi-buy might actually help them out here. We've got a Deagle, 5.7, 2 Scouts, and a P250. And if you just have a look at the finances quickly, they're all sitting on 3Ks. So nice little level out here from CarboN. Obviously, they're very disciplined with when it comes to the economy. And Bravado now seeking to get that bomb in towards the B side again, maybe getting a pick or two. We see, though, a little bit of a push here. Oh, nice little sneaky play from Flexi, getting the one shot there on Black Poison. But
it's been through the corner or something, because it didn't actually drop him down as low as you'd expect.
Yeah, half HP is generally the case with the Scout rifle. But Bravado now setting up to go down drop side and B. You see Fady coming around the corner, getting the frag shot there with the Deagle. Surprisingly, the action didn't show on screen, but he got it. Now it's trouble time right now here for CarboN as Bravado move in towards the site. Detrony getting himself the quick frag on JT now, and might be able to track the guy that is coming from behind and does. So a nice, comfortable round here for Bravado once again on that bomb plant. Ooh.
And another team kill.
And another team kill.
Wow. What is this? This is getting a bit bizarre.
Calm down, Aaron. Yeah, this is quite bizarre. I mean, we've got 2 team kills or TKs already on both sides. So, jeez, very interesting and entertaining, I guess, for the viewers out there.
Yeah, spam hashtag team kill if you can, because I think we'd like to see a bit more. Macmore actually looking to save this weapon, hang on to the Scout. Now I can see why, because he doesn't have all the money that he'd possibly need to actually get an AWP and utility, so he'll probably be looking to hang on to that as opposed to buying up to the AWP. But we'll see the full buy coming out from CarboN now, hoping to actually bring things back against Bravado, because obviously CarboN had a really good start in this game. 4 M4 A1S is coming out, full utility, and looks like a pretty even fight coming in.
Yeah, look, I mean, they're going to have to knock down, well, sorry, not knock down, but lock down actually on that B-bomb side specifically. We'll see a bit of a drop push here come out now from, no, looks like it's going to be a standard plateau push from the Bravado guys. They've got 4 guys stacked again, CarboN, in this B-bomb side, but Bravado just seems to be on top or on par getting the frags, and obviously the likelihood of a TK not really favorable for them. Nice little
roast goals.
Yeah, a little roast there from Flexi.
Yeah, the actual utility coming out of CarboN, they're really slowing down Bravado and actually cooking goals. So no entries coming out of the entry fragger there, but still Black Poison sitting towards long, yeah, chucking the nades towards Fountain, hoping to get something, but Flexi wise to it and not actually peeking. Fady getting it through the smoke.
Fady reading that one very well, managing to exchange or at least pick up another Bravado player there. And Bravado this time, only 3 players left. Looks like they might actually back off with that bomb, not really engage. And JT will pick up Sonic there, so Sonic not even aware of JT's head. Then he should have had I think it's the other way around. The T side could see the heads first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a bit of a lazy peek out of. Let's see what Elusive does. He gets the kill, but he's going to get shut down. Not long for this world, and it's all over for him. So actually, CarboN equalize it now, 3-3. And yeah, it seemed a little bit weird out of Sonic. He's sort of standing towards the right, peeking towards the left, bottom left there, and not really taking into account that there might be a player standing dead center. Generally, it's a very bad idea in that drop area to actually not clear it with somebody else. You need somebody else to clear the other angle with you to actually do it safely. But yeah, weird sort of playstyle coming out of Bravado. They're playing a very default kind of committing wholly to one side of the map or the other. Not really trying to draw any defenders away or anything like that at this stage.
Now we see Destiny though playing the lurk role here on Plateau. And obviously now Bravado just pushing now in towards that A long side area. We though have got Sonic looking out for this mid side. And it is a full buy up here from CarboN, of course. So this is going to be interesting to see how they're going to be able to gauge it. He's taking his sweet time though, moving in towards that mid side, but he needs to be careful though because Hakam is waiting for him, and that could be a little bit of a problem for him on the end of it. But I think he's joining up on his team. Look at Detriny though. Detriny's still hanging out here on the B side, trying to kind of keep them at bay. Hopefully he'll be able to get the frag on JT on drop and then move in towards the A side from mid, or sorry, from that connector.
I think the CarboN guys are going to be pretty aware it's only one player though, because they haven't seen enough utility or spamming come out, compared to previous rounds from Bravado. So I don't think it's going to be particularly effective in chasing them away. Bit of a fail flash from JT there.
At the moment, JT managing to pick up the lurk there. So Detry out of the picture, and here we go. A little bit of reach play. Nice little play from Macmo though, getting the shot with the AWP. A little bit of play coming out that mid side as well from Goals, managing to get a frag there, but he does go down to the likes of Fady, and Macmo just waiting for his man. Elusive dropping there like a brick. And a very good defensive play here from the likes of JT and Macmo, picking up a 2k each.
Yeah, the actual rotation coming in there from the B side actually being pretty instrumental in shutting that down, and Detriny proving not to, his faith there wasn't really very effective in selling anything to the CarboN guys. I mean, telegraphed a bit by the fact that every single round Bravado go B, 3 of them are sitting behind that smoke on B long spamming it. So it's if I was CarboN, I'd see through that pretty easily as well.
Oh, here we go. Bravado once again on this B bomb site. Looks like they're just going to default it out on the eco. Let's see if they can get themselves a quick frag here. They're taking a little too slow. I think a little bit of utility would have helped them out a little here on this drop, and possibly.
Well, they got 3 flashes on their side, so I'm sure they're going to use it, but no armor.
Oh well, breach play coming in here on the drop, and nice little play from Destiny as he gets himself the 1 frag on JT. JT not managing to get a single kill there, and will pick up a rifle in the hands of Black Poison, only on 10 HP though. He should throw it off. Yeah, he does. Destiny looks like they're going to boost back up onto that drop side just with that AK. They want to try and keep that gun and maybe do a little bit of a plateau push or a late rotation. As we see Fady defending off the plateau side quite well. Hakam also adding to his tally. And they lost that rifle quite quickly there, unfortunately. Detry not being able to do anything with it. So the eco round not really the best right now for Bravado, but we have Sonic with a rifle. He might change things up, clutch a little bit.
Yeah, you never know. I think what Bravado were looking for is they're looking for at least the bomb plant and to inflict some economic damage on the side of CarboN, because the economy still isn't in a very strong place on a couple of the players. Of course, 9k on Macmo, but on the rest of them, not so great yet. So not really succeeding in that. Only killing the 1 player. Of course, Fady's on 2 HP, so you never know what might happen here with Sonic with an AK, because I mean he's a bit of a headshot machine.
Yeah, well, Sonic at the moment just backing off into T-spawn here. He's going to keep the bomb and just wait it out. It's only 3 odd seconds on the clock. Pause will be in effect now. CarboN picking up another round there. So look, I mean it's looking good again for CarboN here, managing to kind of keep the rounds away from Bravado as best as possible. But they've still got a lot of work in this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's still early days. It's only 5-3. There's still a lot of rounds left and a lot that can happen in that time. I mean, 5 is actually not the end of the world. As if this was the end of the half and CarboN had gotten 5 and Bravado had gotten 10, you'd say, hey, that's actually the score we would have expected in this half. So I think if CarboN can hit sort of 7-8 on this half, they'd actually be feeling really good about their chances. And at the moment, it looks like they can. I mean, they've got the money on their side at the moment, a couple of their players on good money, so they should be able to buy for at least another round or 2 should they lose this one. So looking in a pretty good position. On the side of Bravado, on the other hand, money's sitting at about 4-7 on most of their players, so they're going to be able to buy up AKs and utility, but we're not going to see an AWP on their side. So it's going to be a little difficult for them versus the AWP of Macmo. Macmo has been hitting his shots with the exception of the team kill, of course. Hashtag team kill, guys. Let's hope we see some more team kills tonight, because that's certainly entertaining. Fortunately, another player on the Bravado side having some ping issues, timing out. So let's see, who was it? Actually, Black Poison. So yeah, the new guy, the new old guy. But yeah, with this map, I'd really expect to see Bravado to either play a little bit faster towards that B drop area or B long, just to kind of catch CarboN off guard, because Bravado repeatedly is actually playing it quite slowly and very succinctly telegraphing what they're going to be doing to CarboN. And I mean, Spoof is going to be reading that like a book and saying, well, hey, this is definitely where they are on the map and what they're planning to do based on what they've been doing the last few rounds. So, if I was Bravado, I'd probably look to either change up the pace, maybe play a little bit faster for a couple of rounds to try to catch CarboN off guard. If they're forced into another sort of save situation where they have to force buy, maybe they should look at flooding down drop and going A or something to actually just maybe kill a couple of players in that drop and connect the area and see if they can get a plant. But they really need to look at winning some rounds now, because if you're not walking away with at least 8 rounds on T-side Cobble, then you're doing it wrong. Unfortunately, if we look at what the meta of the map is and what the sort of trend internationally is. So, Bravado really need to actually pull up the socks here and rack up the rounds. And CarboN are actually looking quite good right now. If Bravado keep playing the way they're playing, I don't see any reason why CarboN wouldn't get 10 rounds on the CT side, which would bode very well for them going into what should be the favored T side. So, yeah, still waiting for the other player. Also waiting for my co-caster, my ultra handsome, wonderful co-caster. Oh, jeez. I was going to launch into more compliments for you, but unfortunately now that you're back, I don't want you to actually hear them. So, sorry, Matt.
That's all good. But well, look, I mean, I've been listening a little bit on what you're discussing here, specifically in CarboN. Being able to get that 10-round mark, I think that's what they're going to aim for. It's quite plausible for them to actually get that at the moment. Bravado, it's a little bit tricky for them, because I mean, if you look at Black Poison, he's got 50% loss in his link at the moment. Elusive also having lag issues earlier. It might just he looks to be okay now, 47 ping, but it's still gonna it's still gonna affect the Bravado side, of course. I mean, when it comes to land-based playing, then it's a completely different story. But I'd like to see Bravado at least maybe kick 1 or 2 rounds back here, giving themselves at least 6 or 7 rounds. Kind of keeping this map close. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually Bravado's map, or was it Dust 2? I just need to just check. I think this is Bravado's map here. Dust 2, an interesting one actually coming out there, but that's also very kind of neutral skill-based map, like you said in the past cast. It's not really that strat-based at all. So
let's talk around that map a little bit, actually, because I think what we've actually got here is we've got the 2 maps that are most leaning towards that sort of style of play in the map pool. We've got Cobblestone and Dust 2 that are both maps that favor aim duels and over complicated executes. So I guess that again speaks to what we were saying at the beginning of the cast, where we were talking about the playstyles of the teams, that they are both teams that favor skill-based engagements. They want to take the aim duels because that's the strength of their players. They're not, looking to blanket a site with 5 smokes and throw a fake and go to the other site and, make the CT rotators run around. They just want to take those aim duels because they're confident in actually winning them. And we got 2 maps that very much reflect those sort of values here tonight, which is great because we're going to see some excellent headshots and crazy aim duels coming in here, which is, I think, great for viewers. I personally am not a huge fan of Cobble as a spectator experience. I don't really like it for that because it doesn't lend itself to, shall I say, attractive Counter-Strike. And my definition of attractive Counter-Strike is something that involves some executes and some sneakiness. But that's just me.
Agreed, but look, from my side, I enjoy watching Cash. I mean, I really like the map. The execution, the executes on Cash can be quite sneaky. I mean, just going back a few years ago, specifically the Team Saints. A lot of people won't know them, but it was a very interesting team to play against on Cash specifically. The reason why is that they were damn sneaky. They literally would do they would force rotations on the CT side and then do this complete juke, basically. For instance, if they were going B, you would expect them to go B, and this is up against experienced players. I mean, the likes of the Bravado teams, etc. That time, they would literally force the entire team to go and retake B with 2 guys and literally just kind of rotate back on the last 30 seconds into A and completely cause this huge like late juke, or for instance a double fake or things like that. So Cash has got the potential to actually have sneaky strats in it, I think. I just don't see it being executed like in today's meta that much, to be honest.
Well, it depends on the team. I mean, certain teams, if you look internationally, some guys are real specialists on that map. Particularly American teams, they seem to really love that map. And again, it is also a very aim-heavy kind of map. You know, where you're going to be, again, funny enough, playing into the Dust 2 sort of Cobble stereotype, except that it's a little bit more open and it favors mid control a bit more. So in that sense, it's got a bit of that mirageness to it, where you can do some interesting stuff. Definitely the fakes that you can throw are quite cool there. And I mean, for instance, teams like Astralis and Envious are pretty famous for playing it on the European side. Also, NIP are pretty much unbeatable on it at the moment. Guys don't want to pick it against them. So,
yeah.
You can see a very tactically minded, tactics-heavy team like the new NIP lineup with Threat leading, in-game leading for them. That's actually... it does feed into that kind of team, but it's one of the few maps I think that you can be either type of team and you can really succeed on it. So I think if we get to that map, we're not going to see crazy fakes and executes out of these two teams. But we are going to see some crazy headshots and definitely some interesting AWP battles in mid, probably between Macmo and Black Poison or Detrony on the side of Bravado.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're still waiting for some news on Black Poison, hoping to get him back. Don't know if he's. I think he's just restarting his router, so he's just waiting for that to reconnect. Hopefully, we're able to get him in. Otherwise, we might be in a situation where we have a sub, which will probably be sent, I guess, or we might end up rescheduling, which we don't want because we want to cast the game for you guys.
Well, we might see Deviant appear. I think he's still on the roster at the moment for Bravado, but. Here's an interesting one for the viewers out there actually watching the stream this evening. Thank you very much for tuning into the Telkom Masters game on the Telkom DGL channel. The question I've got is, what is your perception on the Inferno nuke saga? A little bit of an old topic, but some of you guys obviously favor the Inferno map, and then some of you guys obviously favor the nuke map now. But, Mike, I mean, on your side, Axe, what do you think? Do you think it's good for a redo or a redesign?
I'll give my opinion, but I'd also love if guys in the YouTube chat could tell us which map they prefer. Do you like Inferno or do you like nuke? That would be good to know from you guys. Yeah. I mean, for me, Inferno has proven in the last couple of weeks in terms of international competition what a great map it really is. I mean, look at that final with G2 and Luminosity. What a great game. Best of 5 all comes down to Inferno, and it goes into overtime. It was just insane. One of the greatest games of Counter-Strike we've seen this year. And I mean, Shox and Scream going crazy on the map, and it's just really living up to the reputation of being a classic Counter-Strike map. Now, that being said, as you like to say, okay, we got Black Poison back. It did need a little bit of cleanup, especially on the A site with the some of the visibility issues that are there that make it really difficult to enter on T side. But I don't know if Nuke was ready yet. Nuke looks pretty, but it's certainly too T favored at the moment, and it's got a few issues in terms of that outside area. So I personally kept Inferno until Nuke was better ready and for the actual refurbish. But yeah, we see aggression coming towards mid here from Bravado and actually looking to take control early.
Yeah, here we go. So back in the game it is. Black Poison is back, and looks like Bravado taking control of this mid side quite quickly now. There is a rotation coming in from Magma and JT. Magma already in the A site here. So they've got three CarboN guys to contend with. We'll see Detrony also just lurking around here just briefly on the B side area, trying to maybe force a rotation back to B. But very unlikely. Once again, standard strat play coming at you from Bravado. Nothing special at the moment. A little bit of aggression on the mid, but anything, we might see Hackham actually try and engage with them shortly.
Well, let's hope he can effectively trade, but I think that's all he can hope for at the moment because he doesn't actually have any of his teammates backing him up.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see if this engagement, which way it goes, or if they even decide to take it, because it looks like they might be rotating out here.
Yeah, Hackham's going to pop around the corner, gets the frag on Elusive there, so that's intel that the CarboN side needs, and obviously he's got the backup of Macmo now. But Macmur still keeping an eye on this mid side. We might see a late rotation coming in here from Bravado now. And as you can see,
Going back towards that B side, but unable to trade their Bravado, and the actual counter flash coming from Macmur actually working really well. Two of the players on Bravado quite low health as well, so let's see if CarboN can close this out or if Bravado can find those entries. As 40 HP goals is still a dangerous entry faggot, but Black Poison also goes down.
And he went down there, obviously didn't expect that angle, but nice little individual play coming out here from Sonic on that mid side, managing to clean up a little bit of the likes of Macmur.
That's going to be an issue here, 9 seconds.
Now you can see Hackham coming in here and just locking them down. Very, very well played. Getting himself into that corner. He's quite lucky actually, because they knew that where he was, but obviously not being able to knock him down. And CarboN will pick up another round here, 6-3.
Yeah, I think so far still unexpected. I really didn't expect CarboN to even get 6 rounds with Bravado picking this map and being on the favoured side. See what they do. Yeah, maybe they will change up the pace a bit, but again, Bravado just sort of telegraphing what they're doing to CarboN, and CarboN having the rotations in place, and that decision to go back to AO, I got to question that a little bit because definitely not enough time there to actually effectively take it.
Yeah, some of the guys are actually asking why they're playing left. Well, sorry, that's just me. I actually play with the left-hand side model. I'll change it at the half or perhaps at the next map here. But as we see JT falling right back, managing to pick up a quick 2k here. Nice little play here from him. And Hackham as well, managing to take care of that lurk position, really. I think it's not really that much a lurk position. I think because we got elusive, obviously a little bit of a decoy play might have come out here from Bravado, but it looks like it's not really favouring them at the moment. They're not really getting any return frags, and that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, low HP on a couple of players. I mean, Hacker might get punished here via elusive if he actually looks to take this engagement, but they got no reason to actually know where he is. So, he might take the play, but no. Hackham just makes him sit down and spread eagles him out on the ground. So 7-3 favouring CarboN right now and actually looking really good. Actually, in that last round, not losing a player, so the economy's in a very good space as well. A bunch of players, even with their full buy, sitting at 11k, 12k on one player. So money for days. They'll be able to probably buy for the rest of the half.
That's exactly what they want. Two AWPs coming out here. They had Zafadi and Macmur. Let's see how they're going to work that one out. We obviously have both of them kind of sitting in. If I'm not mistaken, looks like they're both... No, they're not. Looks like Fady actually very aggressively. Look at this. Sitting here on the A-long side, peeking out towards the back. And he knows someone's waiting there. It's Sonic, but misses the shot.
Actually looking to retake the aggression by the look of it. Ooh, and that's a bit dangerous, but he hits the shot on Sonic, down to 19 HP.
And at the moment, that's enough intel, obviously, perhaps for rotation. No, it looks like CarboN know the strat play coming out of the book here from Bravado. As they do lose a player in that A side here, but Bravado ain't moving at the moment. They've got 3 players in that B, well, 2 players in the B plateau, 1 on drop, the likes of Elusive right now. He would like to get himself a quick frag here, and that should open it up here for the side. But we've literally got 2 CarboN players at the moment sitting in towards B, and we have got Flexi coming in as well. A little bit of aggression now on the plateau coming out from Bravado here. Time is of the essence, a little bit. Oh, a nice little spam play there, of course, from Flexi through that box. Just seems to be on fire. Elusive managing to drop down now, so that's going to open things up here for Bravado. If they can exchange, get the frags. A little late rotation coming in here from Sonic as well, so he's going to try and...
20 seconds though, so I mean they're going to have to go now.
Yeah, now that time is starting to bite them just a little bit, but Sonic's managing to keep 2 of the players in that A-side area, but not really good enough as Flexi manages to get the bomb. 9 seconds on the clock, and this is not going to work out for Bravado by the looks of it. Unless they get the frags. We see Sonic though coming in quickly with the 1.
Time's up.
But that's not going to help. Nice little play there from CarboN. Very patient actually. Didn't overcommit it.
Yeah, and Macmur was actually the crucial guy to keep alive there because he was a real nuisance. He wasn't hitting his shots unfortunately for him, but he was staying alive, and that was really giving the Bravado guys a hard time. And we see yet another force coming in. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like the round might start... regardless. Oh, okay, so that looks like they might actually play the round. Macmur actually looking to go for an early peek with this AWP. towards long side, and so far seeing nothing. But bomb definitely towards that A site.
Looks like Bravado going to try it out again. Yeah, we see Macmur, yeah, like you said, a bit aggressive here. Ooh, missing the shot, and he will try and battle it off, but he'll go down to the Tech 9 of Goals, and Goals picks up AWP now. That's going to help him out quite a bit.
Interesting that CarboN didn't actually rebuy the double AWP setup they had on the previous round after losing a couple of players. But yeah, 2 AWPs on the side of Bravado, and Black Poison making it work for them, but the trade's raining in.
Yeah, all of a sudden, CarboN hit back with 3 quick kills here. Now it's a 2-1-3 right now. A lot more troubleshooting once again for Bravado, but Elusive squares it out. Well, he equalizes it out at the moment. It's Fady and Flexi against Detrini right now, because Elusive going down there. So Detrini got the aim, gets hold of Flexi, will come around the corner. Does he get the frag? Yes, he does! And Bravado pull one back here, 8-4. And they're keeping themselves in this game.
Yeah, the captain actually carrying his team on his back there, and almost single-handedly, just about winning that game for his team with that clutch. So really sorely needed by them now. They need to bring this back to 7 rounds, because if they don't, they're going to be in a bit of trouble going into the CT side. If I was them, I'd also look to maybe abuse Macmur a bit, because he doesn't seem to really be hitting his shots too well. He's definitely proving to be a nuisance, but he's not hitting those shots towards the chicken area. So look, early aggression coming out of them, and
they're changing it up a little bit, but it's not really working out for them, as CarboN shutting them down in the B-side area, and that quasi-buy obviously not paying off, unfortunately for Bravado. Even though they did win the round, it's just not good enough. 9-4.
Sure, I actually wanted to shout to them, look up guys, look up, because I mean Flexi just decimated them there standing on top of that tree boost area, and nobody looked up. Looks like they're trying for another pause, but obviously they've used all of their pauses, so they're in the situation on the Bravado side where they just have to play now. So 9-4 and commanding lead for CarboN.
At the moment, CarboN just right on top there. They've got the guns again, eke around here for Bravado, so they're not too sure how they're going to handle this situation here. They've got 4 rounds only on the T side. This is a T strengthened map here. Nice little pick there from Sonic, actually, through the smoke on Fady. But right now, JT will come in to respond.
Well, I'm actually in a really weird position, sitting on top of a crate there, so that's going to be really tough for them to actually recover. I wonder if the CTs actually saw it land there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem right now for the Bravado guys. Obviously, they can't pause. And that's unfortunately not going to help them out at all. Seeing you on plateau side at the moment, they're going to have to try and see if they can get themselves a frag or 2, but he goes out too far, gets the 1, tries to go for the double. And all of a sudden, Bravado seems to be hanging on by a thread here. And here we go. Sonic has got an AK. Let's see if he can clutch a little bit here. Gets himself 1, 2, and he's got Macmur to contend. He's got the AWP right on his hand right now. Oh, that burns him out. He's going to come around the corner and get himself another nice little 4K there from Sonic. And Bravado have 5 rounds.
Yeah, definitely against the grain there. I wouldn't have expected that win, but given an AK to this man, and he's going to do the work, and he proved it there again. Just popping heads, and very smart play with that molly there, actually just forcing Macmur back. And Macmur should have probably unscoped and run away there, because difficult situation. But let's see if Bravado can make this 9-6, and if they make it 9-6, I think we've definitely got a game in our hands on this map.
Yeah, this is they need to. I mean, Sonic at the moment Sonic and Detrini both actually starting to clutch a little bit for the team here. They need to kind of keep the pace going. I think their slow play is not really working out against the likes of CarboN right now, but if they apply a little bit of pressure like we've seen now, and a little bit of individual skill, they are able to take the rounds here. Detrini coming out to the drop side. He needs to be very careful though, because almost getting spammed there by the likes of Flexi. And look at Macmur now. He's going to challenge Black Poison. Oh, he misses the shot. Whoa. Wow. But a little bit of A-long play right now. Hackham's going to get busy, just quickly switching over to him, trying to see if he can... Oh, look at this nade placement from Bravado right now. Can Hackham hold him back? Ex-Bravado play, actually. For some of you guys that don't know.
We're about to run into a stack here, because obviously CarboN have all the information. They know exactly where they are, and if Bravado can overcome this.
Oh, Flexi managing to pick off Detrony quite quickly. Bravado on the buy round here, so they should be able to trade off as we see Goals doing the work here. Elusive coming in from the long side. Look at Sonic right now. On fire with that AK-47. Goals moving towards the side. Will pick up a 2K here. Hacker managing to get hold of one of them. Elusive actually, the man going down. And Goals in the right position. Needs to be careful though. But there's still Sonic left. Sonic versus Flexi. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, the two controversial kids in local CS. Let's see what they do.
Oh!
What a headshot from Sonic. Then he closes it out for them 9-6 to CarboN, but Bravado actually, I think, snatching defeat from the jaws of defeat there. And they now have a chance at least of victory, whereas before it was looking really bleak. So making an exciting game out of this.
Oh, definitely. Even though that two of their players have got major loss, we probably will see the pause come out. There we go. So they're going to try and sort that out quickly. But what an interesting first half here, specifically on CarboN side, managing to pick up so many rounds as the CTs. And, well, Bravado bouncing back there, managing to pick up a few, 2 rounds, or 3 rounds actually in the last 4. And really did the work. They actually got the first, they got the 3 rounds after the first 2, so they bounced back a little bit there. And then CarboN took control, and Bravado bounced back, lost 1, and then took the last 2. So I think that's definitely going to help their confidence a little bit now.
Yeah, absolutely crucial for them. If they'd not gotten that, I'd say it's over, especially with the loss issues they've been suffering as well. I'd say done, but yeah, definitely making it possible for themselves at least. But I think, yeah, if we actually look at the scores on the players, Flexi really making a huge difference for his team, 17-7, so very much carrying. I mean, all the rest of the players all sitting around the sort of 10 mark. The only player I'd like to maybe also highlight on their team is Macmo, sitting on 8 kills at the moment. He missed a lot of shots towards along there with the AWP when he was sitting towards Chicken Coop, and he made a nuisance of himself for sure, and he did make Bravado keep their heads down, but he really wasn't hitting the shots. So that's maybe something you may want to look at, because another team that's willing to actually take those aim duels against him, they're going to probably punish him for it. And I think if Bravado hadn't had the issues they were having, they may have wanted to abuse Macmo a little bit more, because you could see he was maybe lacking a little bit of confidence there. On the side of Bravado, on the other hand, Sonic and Detrony in those latter rounds just really stepping up, particularly Sonic though, and with those clutches and just bringing the rounds back for them, literally through sheer force of will almost.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, it's a bit of a problem for Bravado at the moment. We've got Elusive and Black Poison both on 50% plus loss on their links. So of course that's resulting in the scoreline there. So we can't really factor that one in there for them. But look, I mean, a player from CarboN side that I've definitely enjoyed watching in the last in the middle rounds, basically, when CarboN were dominating, was actually Hackham. He was holding his angle very well on that A site, and there were 1 or 2 cases that he just defended it off very well, picking up a 3K.
Well, he's, of course, the one very experienced player on their side who has got some experience playing internationally, probably for Bravado, if anything. But yeah, it looks like we're about to go back into it. Let's hope Elusive and Black Poison have sorted out the issues, and we're going to see a really competitive half here.
Yeah, I think Bravado need to, kind of put things back together, and hopefully they'll be able to get this first round. They should be able to, because they've got the distance advantage with the USPS and armor, of course. One of them having a nade and a defuse. That's a very clever little buy there. So that's going to help them out a little bit, yeah. Elusive, though, he's in between both sides. But this is interesting. A bit more of a stack on the A side instead of B. But CarboN moving in right now aggressively in towards the B-bomb site. They are aware of the player sitting in Chicken Coop right now. And bang! JT gets hold of Detrony right there. And CarboN do take control of this B-bomb site. You see Black Poison chasing one of them. Tries to go for the second. Goes down. And Fady and Flexi. Oh,
what a shot from Fady.
Gee, that was super quick. And looks like CarboN shut them down quite quickly there. Very good aggressive play from CarboN. I think Bravado had too little people on that B-bomb side.
Well, not just that. You could see CarboN were aware of what Bravado setup would be. They looked to isolate the guy in Chicken Coop and take him down. And once they'd done that, the site was theirs. And of course, the drop battle not really going towards Bravado. They had the cheeky nade, and it didn't really do enough damage to actually stop the CarboN guys. So yeah, CarboN in the driving seat at the moment. Let's see if this if they can survive the anti-eco, because of course Bravado famously strong on the force buy.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This quasi buy here from CarboN. 2 rifles and 3 SMGs, and we do see the force buy coming out here from Bravado, so this might actually pay off. And they are stacking that B-bomb site a little bit more now, so we've only got the one lurk hanging around, who is Flexi.
There's the rotation actually coming in now, so I think it's been called that everyone's towards A for CarboN, and the rotation's coming in. Let's see if they're going to be on time.
Oh, look at Macmo jumping right into the action, getting the frag on goals there on the mid side. Picks up a 2K here and does the work. And there is Elusive for the P250, managing to pick up a frag himself.
And he actually drops the bomb as well, so
An important frag at that. Sonic needs to be careful though. He might be able to peek through and get himself the frag. He does. Oh, Macmo going down now. All of a sudden, pressure applied here from Bravado. Elusive coming in with Black Poison. It's a 3-on-3. And look at this, Elusive picks up the 2K, Black Poison with the Deagle as well. JT, the last one left, he defends it off, gets himself the 1 frag, he's got 2 to contend with. And we see Sonic coming
HP.
Sonic coming around the corner here, and will get the frag on him. And, well, bomb going down here though for the CarboN guys, so we'll probably see a buy-up coming out in the next round.
Hope I didn't curse the CarboN guys there by saying Bravado is famously strong on the force bar, which they are, and they just proved it there. Shutting the guys down and actually also saving rifles, so crucial for the economy. So definitely making a game of it right now. We're going to see probably a bit of a force bike coming out of CarboN again. We see an AK and a P90 on their side with Tech 9s on the rest of the players. So it's going to be a crucial round here to see which way the economy is actually going to swing here, because if CarboN win this round, then Bravado is going to be in a bit of a money fuck situation.
Absolutely. That's going to be a problem for them, but I think Bravado have got the firepower to keep them at bay, but though Macmo with that P90 might cause a little bit of issue. He comes down and drop here and doesn't get the frag though, but I think they're aware of it. And we'll see Sonic now just backing into the right position right now. Nice little play here from Elusive as well with that, I think that's the MP9 that he's playing with. Black Poison quite deep in the site here as the CarboN guys move in towards the B-bomb site. Only 2 guys left here, so Bravado managing to keep most of their guns at the moment. As they move in, another bomb plant coming out here from CarboN, so it's a bit of a problem. Look at the Sonic just kind of spamming it out and gets the frag through the wall there. JT, the last one left here. Going to get burnt out a little bit. Oof, a bit of a lineup there, but he'll get roasted. And
So the question is, what does roast JT taste like?
I'm not sure. I don't think I want to know either.
No, I wouldn't say so either. Very low HP on the side of the Bravado guys, 27, 2, and 13. So not even 50 HP between the 3 players that survive, and actually proving really close there, despite being a 4v2 in their favor. I'm very surprised the bomb plant even came in from CarboN.
Yeah, look, CarboN seem to be a lot more aggressive than what Bravado have been playing on their first map here. Ooh, a little bit of a spike there. But anyway,
yeah, a bit of server lag. But yeah, AWP coming out on Black Poisons. So he's looking to take that towards, it actually looks like middle, and he's going to find some opposition.
Yo. Spot on target here. Gets himself another one. But won't... oh, he's given that AWP now to Macmo, but we'll see Elusive coming in for the support with this interesting MP9. If I'm not mistaken, that's the name of the gun. I never see...
Yeah, that's an MP9. Very aggressive there from Black Poison. Probably more aggressive than he needed to be after getting 2 kills. It must have been a way that it was a troop of players bearing down on him. I would have run for my life there. I'd be like, no, screw this.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem now because obviously Flexi's sitting with the AWP and the rest of Bravado, they've got a few rifles in hand here, so they should be able to defend it off quite comfortably, but still... Flexi can really dominate this entire A-bomb side with this AWP. He's got a Tech 9 as well. No armor though, so...
Minute to go, he can really do some serious damage with it as well. I mean, he's looking to move slowly through long, but at this range, Elusive, even with an MP9, will probably put him down because of the lack of armor.
At the
It
moment we
depends
see
on where he pre-aims. But and he actually pre-aims him, so
I would have expected him to get the frag there on the likes of Elusive. Elusive just playing with the MP9. Now it's a 2-on-2 all of a sudden, and both teams have got rifles in hand. Detri managing to shut down the AWPer there. Sonic coming in towards the top side here. Bomb is still not down, and we'll get the last frag here. So, very costly kind of exercise here for Bravado. As you can see, their money's not exactly on the best in the best place at the moment.
Yeah. We see the full buy coming out from CarboN now, 10-9, favouring CarboN, and they got the AWP on Macmo, so we're actually going to see a double AWP setup coming out on the side of Bravado. Detrini picking it up as well as back Poison, so let's see if they can make that work for them. And obviously the AWP not all that effective for CarboN on their CT side, so Bravado will be looking to make it do the work for them.
We see a little bit of mid-play coming out here from the CarboN team. Ooh, nice little spam from Hackham as well as he picks up Black Poison here, but we've already got some mid-side pushing, or a bit of a push now come from CarboN. JT needs to be careful, he should be able to get the exchange, though it does pick up Fady. And he's quite low in the HP as well, 9.
It's going to favour the CarboN guys just because of the numbers, but no, falling quickly to the Bravado guys, 2 kills quickly going their way.
Oh, the lockdown looks very, very good here from Bravado at the moment, specifically Elusive with his MP9. He will go down though to the hands of JT, who's only on 9 HP, and it is a 2-on-2. Hackham, full on the HP. Detrini, wow, what a little flick. Man, that was solid. And now
is that international experience or hacks, man?
Could be a bit of both.
Yeah, Detrini effectively shutting this round down now for them, and of course Hackham sneaking him in here though. And
but he got spotted by Sonic and will go down.
I thought for a moment there that Sonic didn't see him, so I was like, what?
No, he caught his arm there just for like a second.
But yeah, now the score's actually level 10 on this map, and actually, you know, this wasn't looking very likely probably 15 minutes ago when CarboN were absolutely dominating. CarboN on a bit of a force buy at the moment, just Tech 9s and armor coming out. No real utility except for a single flash, and they're probably looking to go down, looks like a drop play maybe, to see if they can overwhelm Elusive there.
At the moment, Tech 9 eco buy here from CarboN, and still Elusive playing with that MP9. But he's hitting the shots and he's getting the frags, so I think that's all his aim to do is he picks up a quick 2k there. That being said, a quick shutdown here for...
actually shuts it down there and gets a 3k in the end for himself.
That was very, very easy there for the Bravado guys. So that not really panning out there for CarboN. And Bravado take the lead now, if I'm not mistaken.
Aside from the pistol round in the first half, this would be the first time they've had the lead. So
yeah, properly had the lead, yeah. Now they've
guessing the loss issues are a thing of the past now.
We're hoping for that to be the case here. But anyway, let's get back to this right now. And CarboN now moving in towards the B plateau side. We see Flexi right in front there. Grenades, etc., all going over as they set it up here. And here we go. Let's see if they can get themselves the frag. Good smoke grenade on the one side there. Flexi picks up the first one. He's going to go around the corner. Let's see if he can get himself the second one. He lines them up. Does he get the shot? Yes, he does. Good spray down here. And that is a 2k now for Flexi. And the CarboN side are in the B-bomb side right now. And a bit of a problem here for Bravado as the retake doesn't look to be that great. Flexi missing the shot and will go down. All of a sudden the retake favorable for Bravado here. And we see Detrini just putting in the hard work and effort right now and gets the support from goals in the end there. And bomb will be defused. And, well, very good retake actually. Didn't expect that.
Crucial miss there though from Flexi. I mean, that was an absolute sitting duck sort of shot. And I think if he did hit that on Detrini, that would have been the round over. But instead he misses and Detrini actually closes it up for Bravado, bringing it to 12-10. So maybe a little bit of nerves on the side of Flexi, the young player. But... yeah, still able to full buy because of that bomb plant. So we see 5 AKs coming out on the side of CarboN, and the side tech was really effective, but the retake from Bravado really making the difference there.
Yeah, that side tech was actually very, very well orchestrated. I thought it was a very good play from Flexi, getting the quick 2k there, getting into the site. But we see them now going to try and get into the site once again. We see the Molotov going down, so that'll block out a few of the CarboN players. Macmo managing to get past the roast. it looks like CarboN are lining up again. There will be 4 Bravado players waiting out for them at the moment. A lot of battles through the smoke grenade. But Sonic managing to pick off one after going down to JT, and Fady coming in now, managing to catch the one in the drop side. And it is a 3-on-3 here, looking very good for the CarboN guys. Ooh, no, never mind. It looks like it's a fair trade-off right now. Hackham doing the work, and it's a 1-on-1 all of a sudden between him and Goals. And Goals knows where he's potting, or he's at least sitting. So he's going to have to try and go out here. The bomb is in a crucial... He's going to try and sneak the defuse here. Look at this. Well, Goal's trying to get the frag there. He's not, doesn't look like it's going to happen. Spam play here from Hackham at the moment. He's missing the shots, and we might see a defuse. Oh! My word. What luckiness there for Hackham. He got the shot. It should have been pretty easy for them, but a bit unfortunate there for Goals, almost getting that defuse.
Yeah, it actually came to a bit of a closer situation than one would have liked, but I thought for a moment there the fake from Goals was actually going to work to his favour, but it really didn't in the end, and just coming down to such a close situation for Hackham. I think I would have felt really bad for him if it hadn't actually gone towards him there.
Oh, it's it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. It happens. You always see some sort of juke coming out of nowhere. And, a nice little attempt there from Goals, but just not good enough. And Hackham obviously clearing it up there on the end. Lucky though, because I mean he was missing the shots all over the place. But once again, looks like CarboN are taking it a little bit slow on this B bomb. So they've got two players kind of posted there right now. There's the bomb moving in towards the A bomb side this time. So we might see a little bit of intel flowing through the Bravado team. That's why we're not seeing the likes of Detrini and Goals moving. Still kind of keeping... No, it looks like there's a bit of a rotation here. This might actually work out. Keeping an eye on Detrini.
Depends on how quickly Flexi's actually able to get this information and move up along and see nobody there, but...
Oh, not good enough for Detrini at the moment. And the rotation coming in here. Macmo managing to pick up another kill himself. And Flexi now moving in towards the A-bomb site with Macmo. Bravado doing quite well, but a nice little bounce back here for CarboN as they pick up the last few frags. 12 apiece. And it might send them right back into... Yeah, I might just send them right back into an eco, the Bravado team.
Yeah, money situation not looking great on the Bravado side, and all stuck around the 2,000 marks. We just see P250s coming out, no armor, and looking to actually bank some money to be able to get a full buy-in, and they still won't be able to get the AWP, I doubt, in the next round. So CarboN actually looking pretty good at the moment. It just depends on how they play this anti-eco, or whether they're going to peek those close angles, or play into the hands of the pistol-wielding Bravado guys, or if they're going to actually play them distance, which they should be doing.
No, any aggression right now for CarboN's not going to work out. I'll tell you that now. Specifically with those P250s just sitting outside that mid side. And it looks like Sonic backing off now with leaving Black Poison behind to fend for himself. Although, a little bit of a late fake coming out here from CarboN might actually pay dividends.
Seems like they're moving towards the B side actually quite quickly, and right thing to do at the moment because the stack was on the A side, so rotation is probably going to be a little bit late. No, Elusive actually catches Fady and they get the gun, but smoked out at the moment.
Oh, they're obviously trying to boost in towards this, but they're not aware of JT, who's just hanging out behind that smoke. And will go down, so that's an extra gun here for Bravado, and immediately Black Poison being traded out there.
Punch is going to be a factor here though, because there's no armor on their side, so be surprised if they win it, but you never know, they might win it, and it looks like they're going to.
A lovely little retake here from Bravado at the moment, and we'll see Macmo going down there. The defuse will work out for them. They did line up there for a few seconds, but just not good enough, and Bravado take the lead again, 13-12. This is turning out to be quite close, really.
Yeah, it's definitely a much closer game than it was looking like. And if we look at the scores at the moment, Sonic on 23 kills, 14 deaths, Detrony on 20 and 15, and on the side of CarboN Flexi on 21. So definitely a pretty big carry on the side of Bravado from Sonic and Detrony, whereas the kills are a lot more even on the side of CarboN. The two Tech 9s on the side of CarboN at the moment, actually looking to take fast long control, rushing down that mid area, and the smoke from Bravado just slowing them down for now.
Oh, here we go. JT getting the first frag there. Exchange here from goals. Picks up the 2K. And how much of a benefit that will be for the Bravado team.
Try and go for boost actually working out for them for the first time there.
It's all these last minute decisions or these last minute little strat plays that comes out from Bravado guys. It looks like they've got a good foothold at the moment here. A little bit of a play on the long side here coming up from Flexi. Gets the frag, tries to go for the spray down and will get the pick. So all of a sudden...
Oh, just catching Elusive absolutely in the open there. I don't know why he wasn't actually looking the other way. I guess because Hacken was taking his attention. But now 2v1 favoring the CarboN guys. Plenty of time on their side. So we'll see the plant come in. But will Sonic be able to do anything? And no, just absolutely shut down from Hacken. So now we're brought to a 13-all situation. So yeah, all tied up at the moment. And looking very tight in this one. Bravado's still at least able to buy. Not a great buy, but... able to buy nonetheless to keep this competitive, but they need to win this round, otherwise this is going to spiral out of control for them.
Yeah, this is exactly, it's a crucial round for them right now. They need to actually take this to keep themselves in the lead, and we'll see of course CarboN now with a stack of AK-47s. Magma running around with the Tech 9. It looks like he's going to play the support role here, but Bravado, I think they've got the ability to defend it off here. Although CarboN got some really good individual players right now moving in towards the A-bomb site here by the likes of JT and Co. Look at this, Elusive just popping out here, managing to get the one frag. He's going to try and challenge for the second, but rather hides behind that van because of the likes of the AK-47s. And look at this, Goals just waiting for them, tries to... And look, Fady also just managing to catch a few of the rotations out of... Ooh, this is... Wow. Amazing little play here from Elusive. All of a sudden putting this back into Bravado's favor. It's Hackham left and him, and he gets the frag. It's a 3K for them on the end. And 14 to 13.
It was just mayhem there. Kills flying left and right. It was very hard to actually follow what was going on. But yeah, the only unfortunate thing for Bravado in winning that round is they only kept the one player alive. So a couple of their players are going to be in a little bit of a difficult money situation with this buy. Whereas we see CarboN also money not great, but still got the AK on one player and the ump on JT, so let's see if they can do some damage with these weapons, or if Bravado are going to be able to close this out.
Yeah, they might be able to. We see Black Poison with the AWP. Will spot one, gets the shot in, but not good enough. Oh, there we go. Works himself a 2K. Make that 3. A little bit of scopeless play right now. Comes in with the 5-7, and that's a 4K for Black Poison. And now all of a sudden he starts to shine after that little loss issue he had in the beginning. And 15 to 13, Bravado might actually take this one.
Yeah, map point for them at the moment. They got 2 map points in hand for CarboN to actually take it to overtime. And we've only seen 1 overtime so far in casting these Masters games. So let's see if we can see another one here. But the buy is very, very weak for CarboN. Only pistols. So they're going to have to bring out something clever, something sneaky. Otherwise, I'd say this is Bravado all the way.
What's to be expected that Bravado takes this map here. They are very strong on Cobble. And just looking at the score right now. Here we go. Nice little play from Fady with the Tech 9. And here, applied pressure from Magma. All of a sudden, CarboN... Look at this, calling the shots. Oh, what a little heady there from Magma. And Sonic having to do a lot of work right now. He will go down. Black Poison, the last one left of the AWP, and will face... Up against the Tech 9 there, not do much about it. Fady picking him off there, 15 to 14. And all of a sudden, CarboN have a chance, like you said.
Yeah, pistol and 2 Mag 7s on the side of Bravado. So again, money not in a great situation for them. It's been a very tough economic battle this half. And actually, CarboN really making those pistols work for them, going down that drop area and finding the kills. So let's see if they can play smartly with their weapons now, because if they try to go down that drop area against Mag 7, it's going to hurt a bit, I think.
Oh, that Max 7, we've seen it do quite a bit of damage in many events, many competitions, and of course a lot of online games as well. We've used it ourselves. But
Everybody knows the Mag 7, the Swag 7.
yeah, it goes by the Swag 7. That's in the what's that other gun that they like to use? I think it's the MP. It's the MP7. No, MP9. Yeah, it's MP9 as well. No, I don't know. It's mainly the Swag 7. But anyway, looking at the setup here, Bomb now moving in towards the A side a little bit more. They've only got the likes of Hack'em. Oh, we got a bit of a interesting one.
Server disconnect. Ooh,
Yeah.
that is just perfect timing. Apologies, guys. We blame Gaben, but looks like it's back. So now we praise Gaben. Thanks, Gabe.
Looks like
You're
he
the
fixed it. Oh, JT. Oh, facing off and going down to that Max 7 there. And we'll see the rotation coming towards the A side because I think the intel is going to prove useful here. Look at that piece of gun sticking out there. Fady knows exactly where Goals is sitting. I think Goals just not aware that his gun's sticking out. It's up to Bravado to ensure that this retake works. A lot of
The plant's not come in yet, so let's see what's possible. And 5-7's what's possible. Hey. But it looks like the rotation is actually going towards that B side, and everybody's fully rotated from Bravado towards A. So there's only going to be maybe the one player might just catch the edge of the site take, but it looks like they'll have the site for free.
Oh, what a little juke there on the end of it. The retake though, not working out at the moment here for Bravado. Oh, look at that elusive, just with a sneaky little Max 7 frag. And right now,
Mag's got swag.
yeah, Sonic coming in now with the AK-47. This could go in favor to Bravado, and it does. What nice little retake there for them on it. 16-14. We will be going into map 2, which will be Dust 2.
Yeah, so that's in Bravado's favor, 16-14, as you say, and it looked really good for overtime. I really wouldn't have favored a player with the Mag 7 for a retake, but he makes it happen. Elusive with the ever elusive long-range Mag 7 headshots, and actually wins the round for his team. But excellent map out of the guys there. We're going to see Dust 2 very shortly. And thanks, guys, for the kind words on our commentary skills. I personally am a very confident person, and I'm pretty much aware that I'm the best commentator in the known universe. So,
and I'm falling over my words at the moment. I don't know why. I think I've had too much coffee or something. But anyway.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick 2-minute break so that everybody can recharge and maybe refill that coffee, Red. And we'll be back to do Dust 2 very, very shortly. So don't go anywhere. We love you.
Can stay right here, we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm, you'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care.
Well, that was a good little break there for us, obviously. So, guys, we're back. And I want to see if my co-caster Axe is back.
Yes, I'm back.
Some of you
Axe
guys...
Streams is in the house.
Yes. So
literally in the house, because it's, where I live.
Well, look, I mean, for some of you guys that were actually asking, like, who's Burning Red and who's Extremes, I'm Burning Red, and my co-caster this evening, Extremes. Actually, always my co-caster.
I'm the only co-caster. We're two highly paid eSports professionals here for Nav TV tonight, bringing you some excellent action in this map, and we're ready to see Dust 2. This is the pick of CarboN, so let's see what they're actually able to bring out on this map.
Well, bouncing right back into it, I think CarboN have got the better opportunity in this one. Look, I mean, of course, Bravado's got a lot of experience on this map, but individually, I think this is going to be CarboN's map because of their great individual skill with the likes of Flexi and Fady and all of the guys in that team, really. Bravado, I think just having a little bit of loss issues might just affect them. I don't know if they're still having it. If they do, or if they are still having that issue, it might be a little impactful for them, but we'll have to wait and see, because obviously this is a lesser strat map.
But yeah, what I can say for the two teams, though, is that the mid-round calls coming out of CarboN, and obviously that would be Spoof, the coach, actually doing the calling. I think the mid-round calls were superior to what we saw out of Detruni on Bravado's side in the first half on their T side. The actual rotations where we saw some fakes coming out from CarboN, enforcing rotation, they were a little better at it for sure, but the retakes from Bravado were just brutal. They absolutely put them down and were able to win those rounds in the end quite easily. The rounds that they needed, and if you consider the deficit at one stage, I think it was 8-2 at one point.
Yeah.
Bravado really did well to actually win the map, and it was definitely their coordination on those retakes on their CT side that won it for them, because the calls weren't bad from Spoof on CarboN, but just the retakes absolutely punishing them.
Yeah, I think Bravado definitely have got their retakes down. I think they've been playing on those retake servers. Them besides Zio and Custom, who live on those servers.
It seems like it, eh?
Yeah, but let's have a quick chat about the actual DGL Premier League. I mean, Energy far ahead there with regards to skill, in my opinion. I think the only close opposition was a game that we covered, which was Pulse, the old SSG team. I think I don't know how things are doing actually in the old Pulse side. Do you have any kind of new info there on what's happening? Or
I think they played their last game for the season tonight. They did lose against Ventus, so them and Ventus actually sitting equal second in that group in the Premier Division. I haven't actually seen what the results are tonight, so if you just give me 1 second, I'll have a look at those.
Well, yeah, that's all good. Just want to say quick how's it to Captain Jakes that's actually joined us this evening, an old caster of ours. Not sure if he's still casting the Battlefield scene, and Battlefield seems to be, I don't know if what's really potting there, with the likes of Anthrax and Voodoo that have actually moved over to CSGO recently. And then of course just a quick thank you to all the guys out there that actually do enjoy our cast. For those that don't, unfortunately
suck your dick.
Yeah, that's one way of doing it, but anyway.
Oh, that's the diplomatic way, I find. So anyway, we come back to Premier, the Premier Division. Pulse actually did win their last game against Pew Pew, so they would be sitting equal second with Ventus, assuming Ventus actually win their game. So we'll see Energy pretty much dominating, and Ventus and Pulse sitting sort of equal second. So I'm not sure how that factors into Masters, because at the moment we don't know if there's going to be any sort of promotion relegation situation. I don't think there is, at least not this season. So
yeah, look,
bit of a shame seeing Energy sitting there when they really should be battling it with the likes of CarboN and Bravado.
Well, look, I think it's a case of with regards to the Masters. I mean, I'm obviously just speculating here. I don't actually know how it kind of goes down, but it might be a case of like they will probably open up spots, in the second leg for additional teams to join, which will give us 10 teams, hopefully. We might see more than 10 teams. I mean, there's obviously a couple of MGOs that have Dota and CS teams. Energy is one of them, and I think they do deserve to play in the top tier CS. They have been for quite some time. But that being said, we're talking Premier League now. where we both spawned from and where we come from as well. It is still a very prestigious league. With the likes of Pew Pew, Pew Pew is a team obviously I haven't heard of in a very long time. They used to be quite good in Battlefield, if I'm not mistaken. Not really seen them really on the CSGO scene, but obviously, do you know what the lineup is for that Pew Pew side? I mean, I'm quite keen to know.
I don't actually know. I mean, I've seen a couple of their players in like deathmatch and that sort of thing, but really not sure. I'd have to actually check on the sites. Unfortunately, I'm using push to talk, so it makes it a little difficult to check anything while being able to talk. And of course, guys, just doing that for you to make the actual viewing experience more enjoyable, because then you're going to hear my wonderful Corsair mechanical keyboard clacking away in the background, making me very happy, but not making you very happy. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like we're just about to go live. We've got all the players on the server. They're busy raiding up at the moment. So,
if I'm not mistaken, they should be knifing out for sides now on the second map. So that's thank you.
No, they would. I think the rules say they would go for opposite side of previously. I don't think there's any reason to knife, but I don't know. The rules change subtly every year, so it's always a bit of a question. And of course, I haven't played in Masters this year, so. Preseason Cup was that, but I'm not so sure on this. But okay, let's talk about who's going to actually do well on this map. I'd really think the AWP battle on this map is going to be really interesting. I mean, Macma's the AWP on CarboN side, and it looks like we are live. I think he's really got to step up versus what we saw served up by him on that first map. Because if he plays like that so tentatively, between Destiny and Black Poison, which is undoubtedly going to be a double AWP setup, he's going to get punished. So I'd say let's look out for the AWPers, but let's also see what Bravado are going to do here on their T side with 4 players starting out going towards that B side.
Well, look, as you guys can see, Bravado starting off on the T side, Strip CarboN and CT side. So you're right, it is not a knife out here for sides. Oh, nice little pick off there from JT. Definitely the range advantage. Macmo should have the same here. Look, he's just going to spam through that smoke right now, and he will pick up one as Bravado tried to move in towards this B-bomb side. Black Poison struggling to get the frag on Faddy, but manages to get hold of him. And here we go. The retake should be pretty, or the defense actually of the bomb side should be pretty simple here for CarboN, unless the likes of Black Poison and Destiny just make it very difficult for them. They are pretty quick with the guns.
Well, they got the bomb now, so it's really all CarboN that round, and keeping 3 players alive. And in the end, we see the 3K for Flexi, so again, carrying for his team.
Yeah, Flexi just seems to be really much in form right now. Faddy also from time to time shows that little bit of form. Nice little defense there from Macmo, but I think the crucial shot was that shot from JT, getting the lurk there on that top side. And that was something that they were hoping to get, because obviously if he comes in with a late rotation, picks off 2 or 3 of the guys coming in for the retake, that could be such a problem.
Again, lots of emphasis towards this B side from Bravado, but going towards lowers at the moment. So let's see, maybe they're looking to burst through lowers and actually catch the guy mid.
There's quite a solid defense here. We'll see Faddy coming out here with the UMP, managing to get the 1 frag, but no real return, except JT going down there, and they didn't manage to pick up the FAMAS, so that's a bit of a problem. But
their goal's also really low as well,
this is going to be hard for them at the moment. I mean, obviously they're elusive, calling out your timing in both rounds, catching him on that side. A little bit of a battle there on the A-bomb side, but no real problem here for CarboN, as they do walk away with 3 rifles. I think they lost 1 there, but nonetheless 2-0 up here for them. So good defense. We probably will see CarboN actually pick up, well, hopefully pick up 5 rounds. That's what they need as the CTs, if I'm not mistaken.
Again, a T-favored map, of course, for our viewers who may not be aware, but Bravado unable to get bomb plants in both their rounds, so the money's not looking good at the moment, sitting about 2,000 just on Glocks. No armor, and looking to rush B, Sikabliat, I guess. That's how I would see it.
Sikabliat. Oh, they're pushing out of smoke. This is an interesting push from Bravado here. Not really working out at the moment. Macmo all over the place, getting the 3 frag. And there we go, JT coming in for support, getting the 2K quite quickly, but nice little round there for him.
Well, that swan dive from Macmo there was quite quite a thing of poetry, I must say. That's the only thing I could say was good from Bravado's side in that round, unfortunately. But we're seeing the full AK buy coming out from Bravado now. Full utility on their side, and Macma was able to avoid the AWP quite early on. So let's see which way this goes.
This is going to
Actually
be
looking a bit of a short smoke coming out here from that Xbox smoke coming out from Elusive. So let's see if maybe Bravado look to play towards short, maybe.
this buy-up should be able to work for Bravado here. Two guys on the long side here, the likes of Hackham and Flexi. So that's how they defend off their A-bomb side. They kind of give that top side, or that short side more so here for the Bravado guys. They are moving in slowly, but Flexi has returned back in towards the top side of A. As you can see, very slow play once again here from Bravado. And CarboN have got the ability to punish them on these slow plays. So the late tail coming in here from the likes of Sonic and Detrini. Detrini already taking a little bit of a hammering right in the beginning. Oops, Sonic going down to the hands of Hackham. There is a good trade-off here. And now all of a sudden the long side is open right now. A little bit of short side play. Fady has to defend off, but the trades are looking good right now for Bravado as they're moving in towards the A-bomb site now. The A-bomb site is open for them. And the retake is going to be very difficult because Macmo has got an AWP, unless he gets the one frag shot quickly.
It's going to be really, really tough for them, and is he actually looking to run away now? But Macmo's in a pretty committed position, so... Oh, actually gets the frag on Elusive.
Well, Goal's managing to keep the defense there. Bear in mind,
It looks like he's looking to save, actually. He's gonna want to hold on to that gun, and economy situation, they can still buy around that gun if he can save it. But if... Oh, okay, he gets a shot. If he can't save it, however, they're a little bit money screwed. But thankfully, it looks like he's going to be able to keep it. And first round on the board for Bravado.
Oh, it's a good start for them here. CarboN though already with 3. Kind of the standard
Yeah,
setup.
no, Dusty, you want to, as T-side, you want to walk away with 8 or 9 rounds. So let's see if Bravado are able to bring it back. But of course, they've proved their CT sides are really, really strong. So it may not even matter.
Elusive and Sonic not picking up frags at the moment here for Bravado, but that's irrespective of the situation. It's all about playing your role, and I think Elusive more so kind of playing the support role here for the team at the moment.
Big B emphasis again, so it looks like we're going to see a B breach play coming in.
Now let's see if JT can hold them off. He is spamming. He doesn't have that many bullets. He gets himself 1. He has to be very careful on the second. And Detrini pulling out that rifle, but it's just not working out for him there. Didn't get the frag at all. And a quick lockdown here without losing a single person from CarboN. Wow.
Very quick rotation from CarboN as well. I mean, if there had been any kind of fake from Bravado, then they would have been completely exposed. But, you know, in this case, the quick rotation really working for them. Macma actually ending with a 2k there as well. Yeah, we see Macma sitting on 8 frags at the moment, and so far he's winning the AWP battle, but it hasn't really been much of an AWP battle yet. Of course, this round, we're seeing double AWP coming out with AWP and Flexi as well. Yeah, a bit of slow play on both sides. Not really seeing too much yet, but long control already given to the Bravado side, so they're able to just take that control without it losing a player. But of course, distance is going to be an issue versus the AWPs on the CarboN side, but nobody actually sitting in the A side, so it's going to be a play for a retake by the look of it.
Yeah, Flexi and Hackham seems to play really interesting roles here. Nice little AWP shot there of him as well. He'll be able to toast 1 or 2 guys with that grenade. And he's got the support from Hackham at the moment, but just looking pretty tough for him. Managing to get himself a 2k here as well.
Can't denied. Fried goals.
And at the moment, Fady just coming out in the right position from Goose and will get himself another frag there. So look, I mean, the interesting thing there that I'm enjoying is that Fady and Hackham are kind of rotating their positions that they're looking for defending that bomb side. You've got 2 guys.
That's the right way to play Dust too, absolutely.
Yeah, 2 guys on the long side, and then all of a sudden 2 guys in short. It kind of like mixes things up. So Bravado anticipates people in the long, but it's not the case. You see here once again, there's a bit of a stack now happening on this long side now. And this might actually be an anticipation for them as Bravado moves out. Macma doing well with the AWP. There's a bit of support from Hackham as well as he picks off 2. And that will be it.
Well, both rounds, CarboN actually playing that long side really cleverly, and I think Sonic's going to be pushing up daisies pretty soon, so unless he takes somebody's head off. But CarboN actually keeping 5 players alive the previous round, and I expect them to do the same, so the economy is actually in a pretty strong state. But for all you new players, it's not the way guys would play MM. They would always take long control on the CT side, but it's actually very smart versus pistols to allow the ecoing terrorists long control, because if you take the fight with them, their spawns are quick enough that they can get there quicker than you, and they might get a lucky headshot with a Tech 9 or a P250. So it's actually a good idea. Let them take it and then kill them longer range with your weapons, exactly as CarboN has done, and absolutely shut down Bravado 2 rounds in a row.
Bravado are struggling to pick up rounds here on the CT side. I mean, 6 rounds up already on the T side. 6 rounds up already for CarboN on CT. Very, very good for them, because obviously just getting 5 rounds on CT is good enough in most cases. And I think they're just extending on that.
Anything else, is gravy, basically. But double AWP setup still there, and they're really making it work. And Bravado pressing the issue on long yet again.
Here we go. Let's see how this one kind of works out here for Bravado. We have got 3 guys in the A-bomb side here. The likes of Macmo with the AWP, Hackham, and of course Flexi with the double AWP.
It's interesting that Bravado are playing for that long control, not mid control, but seems like the mid control is just sort of given by the AWP in middle. I think that's is it Macmo? Yeah, Macmo is actually just sort of allowing them up short. So they actually got 3 players up short. Now, I wonder if CarboN actually aware of this, because they might get pincered on the side pretty quickly now.
Well, Flexi doing quite a bit of work here with the AWP. It still hasn't gone down.
Not able to get the trade there either.
Look at goals. Look at goals. Oh, positioning of the guards right now. He gets himself into such a position. Getting the 2 frags there. Fadiko, though, coming in here quite quickly with the M4, and he knows that there are a couple of them now waiting around. He's got no real support from JT at the moment, and he's a bit of in a predicament here, but that smoke grenade should give him a little bit of favor as he comes out, but not really going to work out there for him. JT, though, managing to get himself a frag on the top side, make that 2, and now all of a sudden Detrony just going to position himself in a position.
Well, that plant's really not for him. He's going to get this.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Pros don't fake. And there we go.
Yeah, probably not the best plant there for them actually protecting the bomb. They may have wanted to plant it behind there, but really well played from JC. I mean, showing why he's a strong player. He came from Flipside. He was the strongest player on that squad, and obviously in this CarboN squad, maybe getting a little bit lost in the sea of talent here, but really stepping up there and showing why he was a good pickup for this team.
Yeah. Well, here we go. 7-1 right now. CarboN just right smack bang in the lead. There's no way around it. If you guys keep an eye on the top right, you'll see the map scores there as well. Bravado taking the first map here. CarboN, though, looking super strong on the CT side. Macmo, though, under pressure. He will burn out and roast.
The site's now gone for free, basically, to the CarboN guys, Bravado guys, apologies. And they've got full control with 3 players actually trying to do that retake through that smoke, but the bomb only just recovered, and Black Poison not actually looking to back away from the smoke, interestingly. Been quite close, but now all 3 players actually coming from short. See if they can make this retake work. Obviously, the last one was really effective for them, and they still got plenty of money, so they're going to go for it.
Black Poison just positioning himself there, and he has the support from Sonic as well. That's not going to be a successful retake here for them, as we see Flexi moves away with that AWP. He wants to save it, and that's going to be the case.
Yeah, Detrony with the AWP as well, so I mean that's a pretty good find. And yeah, a round coming towards Bravado, sorely needed. They really need to rack up the rounds now, and CarboN's got what they needed already, so they're going to just want to look to at least add 2 or 3 rounds to make it difficult for Bravado. But Bravado in the situation now where they have to win the next probably good 4 or 5 rounds to really make this possible for them.
Look, it's going to be tough for them, the Bravado side, but that AWP in the hands of Detrony might actually pay.
Interesting money available actually on the CarboN side to reinvest. Double A AWP setup coming out yet again.
Oof, and there we see Flexi out of the picture quickly, and Sonic coming in on the long side, getting the frag on Macmo, and that's another AWP out of the picture. Or just one, sorry. So JT's got an AWP himself, but he's got the B side here. Hack'em coming in on the angle. Not good enough for him. Fady though, will support. Does he get the frag? Yes, he does. So that's good here for CarboN, managing to get himself another frag. But at the moment, Bravado just on top of them on the T side here. See Detrony playing in from the short side right now. Black Poison in up in close, in towards long.
Interesting that they're actually going for it, yeah. The HP deficit and the AWP, and not working for them so far. Detrony just taking off his head, and all from along there, Black Poison putting Fady down. So 3 rounds in the Bravado bank at the moment, and the Bravado money bank also not looking too bad, whereas the bank on the side of CarboN a little bit strained. A couple of players with money, the rest absolutely broke. So they'll still get a buy this round, but if they don't win this one, then it's going to be poor days for them.
It's going to be tough, to be honest. I mean, obviously the dual AWP play coming out here as well from Bravado. Very unlikely from them. Oh, and that's why. A TK.
Again.
2K.
Hashtag TK, guys.
Spam it out. There we go. Bravado hitting another one there. So they take the lead on the TKs. 3-2. But back to the game here. Not looking good for Bravado right now. They got the dual AWP out. Goals and Detrony still having those AWPs. They're going to have to make it count, really. We might see Detrony battle it out on the short side here. Goals now. I think he's also assisting from long.
Very nice of Bravado to actually give the entry kill there to CarboN and make it possible for them to win this round. Bravado and CarboN, both sides being very generous on giving kills to the other teams by way of TKs, and unfortunately, I think in the last map we saw 5. So
no, we saw 4.
4, yeah, 2 all it was.
2 all. Bravado's taking the lead again here, but look at Macmo. He's managed to pick off 2 there quite quickly. Finally, there is an exchange or a trade-off here from Sonic, but it's just not good enough at the moment because, I mean, you got Goals and Sonic both with AWPs, and I think that was a bit of a mistake from...
I think Sonic's picked up an AK since, but
well, that dual
10 HP is not really gonna...
I think if you look at it, I think, you know, Detrony and Black Poison should rather play with the AWP. Sonic's a good player, don't get me wrong, but I see him more as a rifler than anything else.
It was definitely based on spawn there. That's why they would have gone for that. But yeah, we see actually getting some B-side control, but the retake's going to be coming in pretty quickly, and JT actually forced to push through that fire and gets the kill pretty easily, and the second and the defuse. So excellent play from JT, and actually the issue was just forced by that Molotov from Bravado.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Sonic was just actually going for that long pick because of spawn, feeling confident. Yeah, it's a pretty common thing if you got a good spawn on this map, because this map is really spawn dependent as to where the weapons go. So I think they might have panicked just a little bit with the counter flash coming out of CarboN there and caused that team kill. But still, it's a bizarre night. 5 team kills, 1 night. Yeah,
Yeah, very bizarre to be honest. Look at this Black Poison quick with the AWP. And like I said before, I think him and Detrony should keep to the AWP plays. And, I don't think they're aware of Elusive just hanging out there, and he'll get himself one as well. Nice little play there from him, getting out there quickly, just behind that that container side area. Ooh, aggressive push here, but look at this. Black Poison just picking them off one by one. And that's all they need to do. Just a little bit of individual play. Oh, he sees the peak. That's a 3K for him as well. And we've got Macmo left here on the long side, and he'll go down as Elusive picks up a 2K. Nice little individual play from Elusive and Black Poison there. And
yeah, 3K to Black Poison in the end as well. So excellent play out of Black Poison, and CarboN sort of just feeding themselves to the AWP there, you know, staring down the barrel of the gun and just running towards it a little bit. But yeah, CarboN on a save now. Money is in a little bit of a bad place, but I think they'll be able to buy on most players if they just save 1 round. So I don't think it'll be a double save unless they're looking to go with the double AWP setup.
no, look, I'm also not. I don't think they're too concerned about being on an eco round right now. They've got 8 rounds to their name. You see a little bit of action on the top side here. Hack'em falling down to goals, and obviously the support here from Sonic and Co. as they move in and take out 4 of the CarboN guys quite quickly. JT will score himself a quick a quick frag and an AWP, and he'll back off.
Yeah, the entries there were just absolutely flying for the Bravado guys, and JT actually just catching Detrony looking the wrong way, and I think he'd be best advised not to actually take this duel. He's going to look to hold on that gun, but Bravado got the money to hunt us down in the meantime.
That's what they want. Oh, not going to get the shot in there. I don't think he was aware of the Bravado players, maybe, because of the sounds they were making, but still. Bravado 5-8 at the moment, looking good. Let's see if they can bring this one up to 8-7. Maybe a close. We could potentially see quite a close second map here as well. They could take it, remember?
Yeah, well, again, their CT sides have looked definitely stronger than CarboN's CT sides. So, you know, CarboN's also clearly got a very strong CT side, but the retakes from Bravado have been the difference. Let's see if we get to that point, of course. I mean, still a couple of rounds to go in this half, and actually we see Lusa pushing through the smoke middle and very early mid control.
Well, so it's what they want to do. Black Poison there. Coming in and of course opening up that mid side here. We'll see the CT smoke. A little bit of spam play coming up from Hackam, but nothing much to that. Now JT low on the HP because he was dinked right in the beginning running across mid. And we'll go down to elusive. Detrony with a good shot there with the AWP. And the retake, well, it's going to be very tough right now for CarboN, as we've got the Bravado guys all in kind of key spots, very aggressively on the mid side here. Although Macmo doing the work there, getting rid of Black Poison, we might see a bit of a dropout here, but nice, well read there by Hackam. He'll get rid of Sonic. And bomb is down, but another retake, very plausible right now for CarboN.
Tough for them though with the amount of time that's left in the utility they got, which is exactly one Molotov. So, and they may actually look to save this, and it looks like they are going to back off because economy in a very, very sorry state. They don't even. They've only got about $1,000 between 3 players, so need these guns. They absolutely need to hold them on. You can see Bravado just hounding them for the guns, but it's like the players will survive. Detrony goes down in the final seconds, and sure, very, very close there for Macmo, surviving I think on 4 HP. So yeah, Bravado bring it to 8-6 in favor of CarboN at the moment, but looking a lot better for Bravado than it was looking a few rounds ago, managing to actually get 5 rounds with only 1 in reply from CarboN.
Wow, look at this. 3 AWPs and an auto sniper coming out here from Bravado. So now they mean business. They want this round. So I think they're going to play it. Only Black Poison, funny enough, has got the AK-47. I see Sonic's picked up one as well. So that was obviously a double buy there. Knowing that he's going to try and use that auto sniper to get himself a frag. Nice little entry here from Black Poison as well. He's not aware of the other man in ditch. He gets the frag. So lucky there on the spray.
And Macmo needed that kill, and he just fluffed it a little bit, unfortunately. But Hackam able to reply and quickly replied on again, and just 1 left for CarboN now, just Fady. And
all of a sudden, Bravado bringing this one back. Look at Fady. Oh, right there. Gets hold of the bomber. So now all of a sudden, it's not going to help him out in any case. 8-7. CarboN take the half.
Bravado looking very strong in the latter rounds. They're actually picking up 6 rounds with only 1 in reply from CarboN. So CarboN went from looking absolutely dominant to Bravado looking the reverse, absolutely dominant.
It's going to be interesting to see this this half. I think the possibilities there for Bravado to take it and close it off 2-0. But CarboN, I think they're in a good position right now. Let's just see how they execute their T-strats and how their individual skills are going to add up against the likes of Bravado here.
See full utility actually on Fady, a smoke and 2 flashes, looking to probably smoke off Xbox so they can actually go up short, I would guess. Oh, and actually fails it a little bit. So that's not going to help.
Yeah, that smoke's not going to help them too much. Elusive though, just kind of keeping an eye on that long side, but he knows they'll be coming short, so he's got the range advantage there against the likes of the guys moving in, and we see a good couple of frags moving in towards Bravado's, well, for Bravado's favor. Hard play right there for Hackam with that Glock. He's not going to beat Detrony, as Sonic. As
that sinking feeling when you've got a Glock long range against USVs, it just does not feel good. And unfortunately, not able to close ground there for the Glock train and actually bring it to their favor. The USV's just ripping them apart, and I have to kind of blame that smoke there from Fady. If it had landed on the Xbox, then maybe they could have actually gotten in there with a lot less damage done to them.
Absolutely. And we see now a little bit of play here from probably a B to mid push on that mid side here. They got a little bit of closer range to take on that mid-side player, but immediately we see the likes of Sonic and Co moving right back there.
Again, very slow play. You know, we can bring out the golf commentary. You know, slow play from Flexi just walking up short and finding a headshot from goals and going down and just resting. That's my golf commentary. I think it's pretty good, but
It needs some work.
not really finding anything there for CarboN. Unfortunately, now losing another player to the scout from Black Poison and dropping players everywhere. It looks like it's going to be over pretty soon. And again,
Bravado expected to take that round there, and 9-8. So look, last round coming up here, we might see. No, we won't see any sort of buy coming out here from CarboN. So we'll expect that third round buy up or the fourth round buy up more so. And I think Bravado now taking the lead here for the first time.
yeah, CarboN not really posing a lot of questions of Bravado in those first 2 rounds, and Bravado still had the answers despite the lack of questions. But here we see Rush Beast Gabliat and put down.
Yeah, good defensive play from Bravado here. Still not aware of Sonic, and they'll try and come out and take him down, but he'll get the better of Macmo on the end there with the Tech 9. And Bravado extend their lead now 10-8. So their map score already 1-0 on CarboN. And this best of 3 here.
Yeah, this CT side from Bravado looking really good, but of course this is the first gun round, so we're going to see AWP coming out on both sides, Black Poison and Macmo, and full rifles, utility, anything the teams could want, and looks like we're going to see a clash here at long.
Oh, looks like Black Poison draws first blood with that AWP. Macmo are kind of waiting for him, but won't. Well, he's not going to battle it out anytime soon. He's actually, look at that. Oh, but gets the shot on the jump there, so the AWP battle going in Macmo's favor already. But
And they got that one player actually looking towards short there, ready to see if he can maybe punish some of the rotation, but Bravado so far actually risking not rotating, but working for them.
Close play now here from Flexi on Goose. Elusive needs to be careful, needs to be well aware of him. Doesn't look like he is, and that's going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, no, wait, hold on. A little bit of a jump coming out here now at the moment. A nice little splay from Flexi, but he's given his position away on Goose Ramp, so now obviously Elusive will wait it out for him, but will go down. So Flexi getting the better play there. Oh, look at that. Hack
Oh,
also
what a shot.
picking off Detrini right there. Sonic the last one left. He can clutch it, and this is a very common spot. Picks up the AK-47 rather.
Looks like he's going to look to maybe change the angle, go through CT side and see if he can catch them unaware. But it's a very, very difficult retake walking up from that side, and they seem to be ready for him. I mean, they got one player. Okay, actually, the CT player is actually walking away there.
Oh, he didn't get the heady shot like there. No, he won't get the AWP either. So,
almost a communication failure there for CarboN, because Macmo didn't seem to be at all aware that there was a player in CT looking completely the wrong way.
oh, look, it's 9-8 right now. CarboN just pulling some rounds
9-10,
back.
you mean?
Sorry, 9-10. Correct, yeah. Why did I say 8? I'm not sure. But anyway,
It's a good number, a noble number.
it's an eco round right now for Bravado on the defense here. So, CarboN should be able to pull off another round here, hopefully. Bit of aggressive play on the short side now. And look at Hackham just waiting it out on right in the corner. Gets the pick there. Goal's also doing quite well here with the Deagle. He's going to try and get himself a quick 2K. Look at this. And does! Little Juan Deeg, or however you want to call it. Smacks.
Yeah, Fady actually saying nice shot, so definitely making him pay there.
Now it's a bit of a problem here for CarboN because they've dropped 2 players quite quickly on this eco round. They didn't expect it, and Goal's just doing the work. Let's see if he'll pull off another one. This is coming out right in there to... Oh, he does get himself a third. Nice little play. Detrini kind of on AFK by the looks of it.
No, there he moves.
Oh no, he has moved. Just kind of spotting it out right now, but very, very clever play. Sonic kind of keeping in the B-side area. And Goals will go down. He'll be able to give some intel through. So now it's up to CarboN to actually change it up here. Where are they going to go? Are they going to go A-side or B? Looks to me that they've got some time on the clock here. They might be going long.
Turns out to have been a very expensive round for them, considering the minimal investment for Bravado. So Bravado really making those guns work and actually making them sweat pretty severely, because with 20 seconds to go, they still don't have control of a bomb site. So they're going to need to rush up that long side and hopefully get that kill pretty quickly. Otherwise, it's going to be tough for them. But yeah, they get the kill. So thankfully for them, able to come in with this bomb plant now.
Oh, it should be a pretty simple bomb plant. They've got Sonic, though, to contend with, and he can be quite lethal. He might just be able to sneak through the smoke, and this is what he needs to do. Just sneak it through, go for the quick 2K. Look at that. That's one. Goes around the corner. Does he get himself two? Oh, he does! And nice little clutch play there from him. He'll get the defuse, and that's what Bravado wants.
Yeah, the clutch play that we've seen out of Sonic in this series on that first map, I think he got 3 clutches, if I'm not mistaken. Detriny as well got a couple, and yeah, just again proving what a big game player he is, just coming in with the crucial clutch and keeping Bravado in it.
Yep, he did exactly what I expected him to do, sneaking in, and nice little 2K there with the P250. Good play from Sonic, and now 11-9. And that's going to force the quasi-buy here onto CarboN.
Yeah, they don't want the money to get away from them on the CT, so they're going to force into it and actually try to keep the pressure on, yeah, because if they do manage to win this round with Bravado only keeping one player alive, it's definitely gonna work to their favor. It'll probably put Bravado into a save. But at the moment, they got the long control, but no kills to show for it, unfortunately, and no AWP on their side, so very difficult to actually get those picks. But Black Poison gets the pick quickly there and slows down those ambitions.
Oh, he's doing a good job. Oh, look at that. 2K quite quickly. And he remains alive, and they're not aware of Hackham coming in here on Goose. He'll get the frag and possibly the bomb as well. Look at Goals just looping around. He tries to get himself one. Oh, he gets himself the 2K there on the end, and Detriny also adding one up. Nice little lineup there for him. And Bravado shut them down, and that's an important round for Bravado right there to close out this game. It's going to be very difficult now for CarboN.
Well, they line up for them there and actually makes it really easy in the end, but big plays coming out of the Bravado boys at the moment, and we're going to see a bit of a save coming from CarboN. Not able to buy armor on only armor on Hackham, in fact, so probably look to take control some area and just hope for a bomb plant, because at the moment they've got no money. But at the moment, Sonic's got all the information, even if he doesn't have all the money, and he knows nobody's towards B, so they're going to be watching towards that long area at the moment.
Now look at Goals, just climbing into all of these CarboN players, but he will go down, only getting a single frag, and that's a bit of a problem right now, because the likes of Fady will pick up a M4. He goes around the corner. Needs to be careful. He's kind of juking them around, tries to go for a spray. It doesn't work out there for him. He doesn't. They don't lose the gun though, as we see JT pick it up. But
Sonic's actually coming in at the moment, so
hard play right here for JT. He's under a lot of pressure right now, and Hackham.
rocking a hard play stuff this.
Pretty much. We'll see.
Who's the rock and who's the hard place? Definitely, the rock's definitely elusive.
Oh, well, look at that. The rock got broken. And now JT, low HP, might be able to challenge the likes of Sonic. Oh, sees the little jump there, but a little too late. A reflex there from him. And Bravado now just kind of taking it easy. And I think that's the better way to do it. Just defend it off properly. Now they have to be aware of the likes of the lineup here. And Detriny does pick up a nice little 2K on the end there. 13-9. And we'll see the buy up here from CarboN once again.
Bravado appear to be cruising at the moment. They're just in fifth gear. They're sort of lazily leaning back. Just a few fingers on the wheel, and it's looking pretty easy for them at the moment. But we need to see CarboN step up now and actually bring out some of those strats and fakes and tricky things that we saw them doing on Cobble, because this is, of course, their map pick.
Oh, let's also be made aware that the fact that CarboN's only won one round in the last 11 rounds. So it's a bit of a problem for them. Just having a look.
Yeah, all the momentum just with Bravado at the moment, and momentum is a big thing in any sport.
Yeah, and also I think Bravado just has a little bit more utility on them. As we see the utility a little bit low on the CarboN side for any sort of breach play. No real smoke grenades, and I think that's essential for a map like Dust 2.
They got 1 year for the cross on JT, so let's see if they're able to. But again, Bravado allowing them A site, going to play for the retake, it looks like. Nobody actually in the site.
Bravado know that they are going to be moving in towards that A side area, so this retake's going to be interesting to see. Let's see if they can get it right. Bomb will go down. Here we go. We've got Ditchery moving up the short side, and of course we've got Elusive moving in long. Nice little defense here on the top side from Hackney, so picks up the 2k. And all of a sudden Bravado on a spot of trouble as Fady picks off the AWPer there. Let's see what Sonic and Elusive can do. No, it looks like they're going to save it out.
It makes sense. The bomb's pretty close to blowing up, and thankfully for CarboN, I think it's a round that they're sorely needed, because I mean all the momentum's been with the Bravado for these past few rounds, and if they didn't actually bring this back at the moment, you know, they're up the creek without a paddle, so to speak. They just haven't looked like they've had answers to the questions this Bravado's defense has actually been asking of them. So in that round, however, the passiveness from Bravado actually plays into the hands of CarboN, and they're able to take the side easily, and for once the retake actually doesn't work for Bravado.
We see a little bit of spam through that mid side. Nice little shot there from Makmo. He does dink Black Poison though, down to 37 HP. So automatically that allows them to perhaps put B in the option. Look at the aggressive play from Detrini as he gets the frag on JT. And that's exactly what Bravado want. They just want that one quick frag right in the beginning, and then just kind of take it easy from there, because the numbers game is in their favor right now. It's a little bit more difficult, of course, for the CT side, because they can be stretched thin on the rotations and the defense of each site.
Yeah, you definitely find with the CT side, they're going to need numbers for defense, because of course you've got 2 bomb sites, you can put 2 people either side and maybe have somebody watching mid is your standard way of doing it. Let's see if Detchery can bait this shot out, and he does.
Oh, unfortunate play there for Fady. He was baiting.
I meant to say Fady can bait the shot out, and he does, but unfortunately it doesn't work for him.
No, Detchery lightning fast there. So there's 2 guys on the short side here. Flexi's going to have his hands full.
Really unfortunate, yeah, for the CarboN guys. They're actually going to have their economy reset, but headshot through the box.
That's something you see every day. A nice little play from Makmo here, although he is low in the HP. And 4 Bravado guys to contend with. Sonic in a very peculiar position. Makmo needs to kind of keep himself...
Oh, misses the shot. I think that was crucial. No, I'd say they got no chance of actually getting this plant, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, Bravado's going to lock them down.
And Bravado resets the economy of CarboN 14-10 at the moment in favor of Bravado, and things looking pretty bleak for CarboN, because this is just about going to be a throwaway round. So they're either going to have to look to save this round and you know, let it go to 15-10 and play for the that overtime, or they're going to have to try, and they have forced into this round, so not fully, so they're going to have money left for the next round. So at least they are thinking of it, but still very, very difficult for them right now.
Yeah, they are almost opting for the overtime right now. But Bravado just has the better one over them.
Black Poison has the angle there.
Very interesting angles under pressure though, and a nice little quick 2k here for CarboN as they move in towards the B bomb side. So Sonic has to perform a little bit of a clutch miracle as he sprays them down and doesn't pick up. Oh, actually, there we go. Another team kill, and it's 3 apiece.
Guys. The night of the team kills, where we see the bomb plant coming in and Makmo holding off that door, but he actually just looks away just as at the wrong moment, and then goes and faces goals and is planted. So it'll be tough for Flexi here, and well, pushing up Daisy. So we see match point now for Bravado, and making it look easy at the moment.
Well, team kill at the moment 3 apiece. Let's see who'll win the team kill battle as CarboN pull one back there. Bravado was in the lead there, 3-2. But looking at the round there, was very good play there actually from CarboN. Just a bit unfortunate they couldn't get the frags. Sonic doing pretty okay on that defense there on the window side. But still, I think it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, Yeah, well, we've still
defense
got
for
5
Bravado
match,
there.
match points here for Bravado, so you never know. And we see the full buy actually coming in from CarboN, so full T-sided map.
You have to make it count now, really. It's do or die right now for them. It is a
Bravado
T-sided
taking
map.
this early long control actually, and they're seeing that there's not really anybody here, so will we see a rotation towards short maybe from them?
Well, Goal's just under in the CT spawn area. He'll have the support basically there from a few of the guys. Black Poison also getting the long frag there with the AWP. He's going to move himself back in towards that also important position with the AWP, looking on the short side. CarboN just taking their time right now. I think they're a little bit too slow. They should be rushing in towards the likes of A. But there we go. They get rid of the AWPer. So it's a good start for them right now.
They don't need to commit to the site. There's still a minute left on the clock. So, and if they commit to the site, they're going to be sort of running into that crossfire with a player in A and somebody probably towards mid side. But Bravado have that long control, so they're not going to be able to wrap the site. It'll be purely from short. And that's going to be a little bit difficult because you're very exposed when you're moving up there.
Oh, absolutely.
Seems like they are committed to it, though.
It's just, though, one thing that I have observed is the fact that Bravado seem to be a little bit weak on any sort of aggressive play here from CarboN. And I think that's something that CarboN needs to capitalize off going into any site. Maybe take it quick and then kind of mix it up and down. Because Bravado, once they get into a stride, it's very difficult to get them out of it. And as you can see, they're doing very well on the defensive side. Flexi might be able to catch maybe one or two off guard here. Not really going to be the case at the moment. A 1-on-1 right now between Hackham to keep his team alive.
Yeah, Fady proving to be the difference maker. They're actually dropping into CT and catching one of the Bravado players, but unable to stay alive. And actually, what was a very promising thing for CarboN is now brought back to a 1v1 for Bravado and 23 HP on Hackham. Yeah, so can he do it? Is the question. Can he keep his team in the game?
Yeah, he knows where Hackham's sitting, and Hackham will keep CarboN.
Hackham knew where he was.
I think that's exactly what CarboN needs. Just that extra round or two to keep the ball rolling. They don't want to lose this map to Bravado, of course. Bravado 1-0 up already, beating them 16-14 on Cobble. And now we've got a potential 16-11, 16-12 here for Bravado once again on Dust 2. Unless CarboN get it right.
Yeah, save coming in from Bravado. So obviously looking to shore up their economy after looking, well, 2 rounds in a row, which actually puts them in a bit of a tough situation. But they got their rounds in hand, so they'll look to save. Maybe looking at the money, they may even look to double save, but maybe not necessary. The trade's going evenly.
Wow, Detrini just working the magic there with the CZ, managing to get 2 quick frags. And now CarboN moving in towards the A-bomb site. They need to get himself 1 or 2 more, which they do. And there we go, 15-12 right now. So we'll see the buy up now come in from Bravado.
It's not going to be a very strong buy though, so I think, yeah, it looks like they are going to look for the double save, because if they don't double save, they won't be able to get any AWPs, and no AWPs on CT side Dust 2 is a bad idea.
Yeah. I completely agree with you, wholeheartedly agree with you.
In that sense, I definitely fully support them going for this force buy, rather just picking up some upgraded pistols, some armor, and just looking to maybe take a few weapons off CarboN, maybe even win the round, but rather looking to save for the long game, because they still got 3 match points in hand at the moment.
That they do. Let's see what CarboN can do now. It looks like they are going to focus on the short side again, but there are 3 Bravado guys posted here, and that Molly's not going to do much. It's all about the lineup here for JT as he picks up the 3k quite quickly, and they'll probably move in towards the A-bomb side shortly. Although...
is that roast Detrini I smell? Ooh, smells good.
Roast Detrini. That indeed.
He's a little guy. He'll be tender, good eating.
Roasted him right off the server. So easy bomb plant here now for CarboN as they do aim to improve or increase their score here, 13-15. But there is still Black Poison and goals. But there's no sort of inclination from them going for the retake. I think they just want to kind of pick up guns.
Yeah, maybe go for those exit frags. And at the moment, armor and deagle's actually worth a bit of money. So while they'll be able to buy, keeping an armor and Deagle alive into the next round, especially, I guess, if you're Black Poison and you're an AWP, you want to hang on to that Deagle because sidearms are expensive. And yeah, it looks like CarboN wires to that because obviously they didn't play anyone towards long, so they know that the only place that Bravado can be is long and getting out, escaping with their lives and keeping the economy intact.
Indeed. And that's the 13th round there for CarboN right now. So let's have a look quick at the scores. We see Hackham on top there, 22 for 15, doing quite well there for CarboN. And then, of course, Sonic right on top there, 21 for 17. Followed by Black Poison, 20 for 21. He's died quite a few times, but obviously not in vain. He's done the work here for Bravado. Bravado, of course, in the lead here. 2 rounds ahead right now, and on the bye, he'll pick up the AWP once again.
No real control towards long from either team at the moment. We see actually heavy mid control being favored by CarboN, looking to maybe take short.
Nice little roast there for goals as Fadi's out of the picture here. Not good for CarboN. They want to pick up another round here. They've got the trade-off.
So 4 players alive on either side right now, and nobody really wanting to give away kills too quickly here because this is an absolutely crucial round.
And indeed, Macma just kind of parking, looking at that mid-side here. Hoping for someone to cross over so he gets the frag shot. Look at Black Poison as well, sitting on that short side, just waiting for anyone to pop their head. And very quiet, 50 seconds on the clock here.
And no, motion blur is actually a post effect, it's not cancer, I can confirm that.
We see a little bit of mid-side play now. Nice little work here from JT and Macmo managing to open up the B side here for CarboN. It's a 3-on-2 right now, and they've got the advantage. And one AWPer and one M4, well, one rifler coming in. One from tunnels, and then one, of course, from this mid-side. Black Poison's going to have his hands full going into window. You can see JT now just kind of fishing out elusive right now. CarboN looking in a very good position. Ooh, though, not too good here. There we go, Macmo. Ooh, look at this. It's a 1-on-1 all of a sudden, but Elusive is going to back off with that gun. He's going to say, no, no, no. Rather keep it for the next round because now CarboN are treading quite close here on a little bit of a comeback. And Hackham will pick up that AWP as well. So now all of a sudden things are very, very interesting.
Yeah, smartly played there on that retake from Bravado. I mean, they could have looked to actually, you know, maybe hemorrhage that gun and put themselves in a bad financial situation, which their financial situation is by no means great, but at least keeping that gun elusive is able to keep them in the game. But CarboN looking good at the moment. Might we see overtime?
Wow!
What a shot. What a shot from Black Poison, and absolutely ripping the head off.
Oh, another one! And he just works it. Make that 2 with the scouts, and all of a sudden Bravado are in a very, very good position. Although, it still can swing in CarboN's favor here for the overtime. Jeez. What amazing play. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was very, very surprising. I think the CarboN players dropped little brown coils when that happened, because that was just something else. And of course, this force bar for Bravado actually working out, because that scout doing the work. 2 kills early on, and actually CarboN forced to play this slowly now and methodically, because they don't actually know what they're facing now.
They're not too sure who's playing where. I mean, the 2 guys down, Hackham and Macmo. Black Poison's done his work. He's got the 2k that's necessary.
They haven't heard shots from any other weapons, so they don't actually know what Bravado have.
Except the scout, so they would anticipate some sort of eco round right now. Look at this. That little sneaky little... Oh, Bravado managing to pick off 2 there, and then Flexi with the 1. He's the only one in sight right now, so he's got a lot of work on his hands. I'm going to move into him. Let's see if he can clutch this one here for CarboN. Keep the hopes alive right now. Is it going to be overtime, or is it going to be a Bravado one?
Bravado's just got to play this smartly and actually not give him the 1v1s, but the plant position actually allowing them to spam him, and they take him down, and that's it. Bravado are going to take this map 16-14, and What a good couple of maps we've had, yeah. I mean, both have been literal. It looked like CarboN were running away with both of these maps, and Bravado were able to bring it back on their CT sides on both maps. So excellent play coming out of Bravado, and really showing why they have the pedigree and the experience on their side. And maybe on the side of CarboN, just have to go back to the drawing board a bit and sharpen up one or two things. But they're also looking really good at the moment.
Well, I was very impressed with how Bravado kind of pulled this one off, even though they had issues with loss on the end there. CarboN, I think CarboN, they've got obviously some work to do. I think they've done pretty well there, but we didn't really see some great individual plays coming out of CarboN in this particular game. I think
the first map, yeah, but on this map, not as many crazy plays. Flexi, of course, still being very strong for the team.
No, as
Hacken
always.
being a total rock, of course, 22 and 16 in the end.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, just personally, I think a lot of work needs to be. Look, I'm not going to say a lot of work, but definitely drawing board work is required from CarboN. Yeah. On the online, Bravado managing to pull that one back. I think Sonic played a phenomenal job. Of course, the CarboN guys, I think they should have taken, in my opinion, they should have actually taken Cobble first off, and they possibly should have actually taken Dust 2 here. I just think that that it was a bit unfortunate for them. So hoping, the next time that they do kind of cross paths on LAN or even on online, hoping that CarboN will take it.
Well, I think, yeah, they had every chance to take it in this. And based on the scoreline 16-14, 16-14, it's really close. I don't think CarboN had anything fundamentally wrong. Really, the only difference between these two teams really came down to on the first map, those clutches that we saw coming out of Detrini and Sonic repeatedly closed that map out for them. And, it kept them in the game in the first half when they were trailing, and it closed the game out for them in the second half.
Yeah.
On this map, however, the big match temperament, I'd say that just that BMT, that experienced players are able to pull themselves up and say, again, we're behind again with a big deficit on the second map. Well, we did it in the first map, we can do it again, and they did. They just strung the rounds together. I mean, at one point, I think the statistic was 11 round wins in a row with only one in reply from CarboN, and the ability to string those rounds together were what put them in a commanding position to actually win this. CarboN didn't play badly, but early leads in both cases, but maybe squandered it a little bit. But it's not bad for them. I mean, it wasn't like they were on 14 and unable to close the maps. It was big leads on their CT sides, and then Bravado able to close it back again in the latter part of the half. So, I don't think they have any huge fundamental issues. It's just more...
No, of course not. Of course
probably, it's... If it was another day, it might have gone their way. I really don't. I don't think it's like a completely back to the drawing board, rewrite the strats, fire the coach, get rid of the girlfriends, focus on CS. It's not quite that. So, but yeah, I think we saw two really, really good maps coming out here, and Bravado overcome some serious deficits because of those lag issues they had on Elusive and Black Poison. So yeah, I think we've seen some great games.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm hoping I definitely agree with you there. I think it's definitely not major fundamental issues from CarboN's side. Of course not. I just think that maybe it was just a different day or that type of result for them. I think the likes of Flexi and Faddy and all those guys, they are really, really good guys. And I think maybe it's just the case that it's just on the day type of scenario that literally it could sway either side. And I think very well.
That land before, it was their day. So
of course.
But of course, I just think the experience on Bravado, as we were saying, you were saying before the map, the experience is what told in the end. The ability to close out the game with a deficit and back yourself and do it anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Myself, Burning Red, and of course, Extremes, bringing you once again a Telco Masters game between Bravado and CarboN. Bravado taking a 2-0, 16-14 on Cobble and 16-14 on Dust 2. And hopefully we'll be covering another match or two this week. I think we're going to be doing some coverage on the European and CIS scene. with the one tournament there that we've been invited to cast. So we obviously just have a look out and see how that's going to
exciting
go.
times there.
Yeah. But anyway, also you guys can catch the casts coming in from the likes of Anthrax and of course Cargo Carl. That'll bring you some more Masters action and other various tournaments in South Africa. For now, have a great evening. Once again, thank you very much, Mike, for joining in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Cool. Cheerio.
Cheers.
For now you can stay right here, we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm, you'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care.